You are listening to Unscripted Moments, a podcast about propaganda. And on this episode, we are doing our 2024 year-in recap.
Perfect. I am excited about this journey that we're about to go on. This episode is going to honor the title of the podcast in ways that few other episodes ever have.
It is 100% unscripted today.
Yes.
And as Greg said, like few others have, the Buffalo Bills one we released recently was entirely unscripted.
That was so good.
It was us sitting in the parking lot at Highmark Stadium talking.
It was great. It was one of my most fun episodes, and I had a really good time with that. So, Steve, I'm delighted you have a plan today, sort of. You have a thing that you want to do today, so I'm just along for the ride.
So this episode, for all the people in the Discord that have been requesting longer episodes,
oh boy,
you're welcome.
All right, well, we're starting this at 6:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we'll see how this goes.
We are sitting in my living room on our couch, and we have Zoe here with us.
Hi, Zoe.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so what have you been up to since we last recorded an episode? The last episode we did was the post Bills one. However, we also did the DOA episode, which is going to come out before this one. So what have you been up to in your life since the DOA episode, but before this one?
Well, I am actually going to look at my calendar to see if I've done anything interesting. So we did
It's been 20 minutes. What have you done in those 20 minutes between that episode?
Since we recorded last, well, we ate a delicious wrap, which I've sampled a variety of fantastic hot sauces, a pineapple habanero and a Louisiana-style hot sauce, both of which were fabulous. But since we did the Chiefs and Bills game in Buffalo, my mom was in town.
I met your mom. Your mom's lovely.
You did meet my mom. I also went to San Diego, California,
which is my home away from home.
It was absolutely spectacular. I went to a work event, but I had a good amount of time to just see the city.
Isn't it the best?
It's absurd. Like it is ridiculous that a place like that exists on this planet. And I know that I don't know anything about life there, and I know that I know nothing about the city itself, really.
Well, I've lived there, so I can fill you in on that.
I mean, but like every day that I was there, it was 70, sunny, with no wind, and I was right next to the ocean. And
365, year-round, 365. That's all it does there.
And it doesn't make any sense to me because I live in Buffalo, where right now, the last couple of days, like the wind the other day was 50 miles an hour. And I got like 9 inches of snow, like overnight. And then, I mean, there was a huge Buffalo Bills and San Francisco 49ers snow game where they got 3 feet of snow. So I was like going from San Diego to that, and it's just whiplash.
I always find it really difficult to come back from San Diego because when you're there, the city just has an energy vibe of like, just really cool, relaxed vibe.
And I didn't sit in traffic one time. I must have taken 15 Uber rides around the city, and I never sat in traffic. When you go to Southern California, all I do is picture sitting in gridlock. Not in San Diego.
San Diego is the perfect city.
And
it's America's finest city for a reason.
And I went to Coronado Beach.
Beautiful, right?
Oh, man. Unreal.
Did you go into
beach.
the Hotel del Coronado?
Yes, of course we went to the Hotel Coronado.
Stunning?
It's under renovation on the outside right now,
okay.
so there was like lattice work and scaffolding all over the outside of it. They've been spending millions and millions of dollars to restore it, but wow. What a place.
For those unfamiliar with it, it's the hotel. It's a very, very famous old hotel, haunted as well.
Wooden hotel.
Wooden hotel, but it's made famous in the Marilyn Monroe movie, Some Like It Hot.
Indeed.
It was also, I believe, in the Terry Boella / Hulk Hogan picture, Tropic Thunder.
I think you're right. Like whenever you ride the trolley shuttle around town, which we did. We went to Old Town, we went to Barrio Logan, we went to Coronado. There's all these Little Italy. There's all these little stops on this trolley tour that takes you all over the city, and they were telling us cool facts and stories and stuff like that. But currently, I think they said that the average price of a home on Coronado is like $3.5 million or something like that.
The houses that are along the beach just up from where that hotel is,
Yeah.
I always like whenever I would go back and when I lived there, I'd always skateboard all in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's just people that live and they only drive golf carts around.
Yeah.
And their houses are just the most ridiculous houses that are on the beach that you would ever picture.
Another highlight that I really enjoyed was the little international house village in Balboa Park. We did every single house. We went on the weekend and they were all open and we saw the inside of every single one. Amazing, cool conversations, really interesting. We went to the Comic-Con Museum, which was really shockingly fun. Like there was a little scavenger hunt that we did on the Patrina and I did on that trip, and then we also really enjoyed Sunset Cliffs.
Sunset Cliffs is beautiful,
which is a hike along the shore from the
Ocean Beach area.
Yeah, Ocean Beach and the monument.
The Cabrillo National Monument.
Yeah, Cabrillo National Monument. So we didn't go to Cabrillo National Monument. We kind of started halfway between the monument and Ocean Beach and walked backwards north back up to Ocean Beach.
Towards the hotel in which Veronica Mars and her father lived in the television program Veronica Mars, which is the last building on the right side of the road when you're going down to Sunset Cliffs.
We walked right past it in that case. Yeah, right past it. But very, very good trip. That's really kind of the gist of it. What else? What about y'all?
So since that game, what have we done? We watched more football.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of football.
Watched more football. I genuinely can't think of anything that we've done. Zoe, have we done anything big since that we've pretty much been taking it easy? Like it was been a very busy, tough year for us, so we decided to kind of take it easy.
You know what? You need that. Like, I haven't been to like a concert in a long time lately, and I'm kind of realizing that life just ebbs and flows like that. But you all have this amazing new electronic drum set in there that I was bashing on earlier, and so that's plenty of adventure. All you need is the electronic drum set with the drum tracks removed from some of your favorite tunes.
What song did I set you up with playing?
Mercy Me by Alkaline Trio.
Greg was killing it.
I was killing it, man. That's the thing. I really need to get an electronic drum set sometime because I have the chops. I can play drums. I never play because I cannot stand how loud drums are. Even with earplugs and earmuffs over it, drums are exhausting.
And this one's pretty quiet.
And this is really quiet. And it was so enjoyable. And I was just like, this is the only way I'm ever going to play drums again for the rest of my life. I'm wasting a skill set because I don't have an electronic drum set.
So for people are curious, it's the Roland TD17 KXV2.
And my double bass has never sounded better than on your little kit in there. I was like, oh my God, I can do double bass in here.
We just got that new pedal last night.
Really nice. I've got a double bass pedal on my acoustic drum set in my basement in my house that I never play because it's too freaking loud. So I'm like now I'm down with this.
It's a really cool thing.
I've got some money saved up in my little budgeting software app that I use for an electronic drum set, but I keep diverting the funds to other stuff because things have just been hectic lately.
I mean, this drum set would be dirt cheap for you with the exchange rate right now here.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like, so if I bought that drum set in Canada and took it back, they wouldn't tax me over the border?
I don't know how that works. I think normally there's allowances for if you stay for a certain amount of days you can bring back something like if you come over for a weekend and then you maybe just bring it back.
Maybe I'll just take yours back with me.
Hey.
Anyway, so that's cool, man. I'm glad that we're getting to hang out and chat. So I'm excited to be here and do this. I'm glad that thank you as well for all of your recommendations for San Diego. It really made a lot of difference for planning the trip.
I might as well be hired by San Diego Tourism because there's nobody that's a bigger advocate for San Diego than me.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's in the U.S.
I know it's a real bummer.
That's really the thing. All right, so what we got next?
So the next thing I would like to discuss is the snow game.
Right.
That just happened. Obviously, you're listening to this, and it is in between Christmas and New Year's, so we're going to say, we had a wonderful holiday. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
The Buffalo Bills have won all their games. It's fine. But we're going to talk about the snow game that happened
December 1st.
December 1st against the San Francisco 49ers at Highmark Stadium. I was watching the weather leading up to the game. As soon as I heard there was a chance of snow, this guy got excited.
It's a special thing. Like, there is nothing like a football game in the snow in Buffalo, and you're really not going to get a better snow game experience than in Buffalo. And I'm bummed that I wasn't there, but it was also 8:20 start time, which is super late for me. But I have seen a snow game. I saw the Bills lose a snow game to the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs in person a couple years ago. So I've been to a snow game, and a snow game where they lost, I still had a blast. And a snow game where that game, the atmosphere was electric. I mean, you could hear it coming through the TV.
It was such an enjoyable watch.
Mm-hmm.
Our boys played great.
Yeah.
I mean, can we just talk about the
Josh Allen experience?
The Josh Allen
So to celebrate this, I mean, I'm wearing my Josh Allen jumper right now with Josh Allen riding a buffalo in a sleigh, like he's Santa Claus. And the Josh Allen experience is unbeatable. I mean, the guy is like the heart and soul.
He's the first quarterback in NFL history to get a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown in the same game, let alone the fact that he got a passing touchdown and a receiving touchdown on the same play.
On the same play, yeah. And he got kind of screwed on his fantasy points on that play, too. Josh Allen hilariously gave an interview where he said, I have myself as my fantasy quarterback, and I was curious how they scored me. Because it's just such an impossible experience of the things that he manages to do in some of these games. But he got a receiving touchdown from the wide receiver Amari Cooper, who is relatively new to the team. Yep. And they had the wherewithal to pull off something that really just almost never happens.
Coops, even to catch that pass, was like a one-handed, reach-out catch.
Yeah.
And then he just gives it back to Josh. Josh takes it in.
Yeah.
Superman.
Unbelievable. I was in the tailgate crew that you've met. So Petrino wasn't at the game either, but the rest of the tailgate crew was there, and we were all texting in this group chat that we have, and I was just laughing so hard at how ridiculous and amazing that play was to see.
Yeah, I was very envious. I saw Beecher's pictures, and he looked like he was pretty sick. So
Beecher wasn't having a good time. Yeah, I think he was just he had the flu or something.
Yeah, he was pounding the NyQuil, the DayQuil.
He just powers through. There's no stopping him. It was so funny one time. Beecher gave me his ticket so that I could go to a Bills game. And he wound up buying another seat in the section. And so he gave his ticket to me, and I was thinking that he wouldn't be there. And then he just shows up, and he's in the seat, right behind us. And he's like, oh, yeah, I just bought this one from the guy who sits here. And which is so funny, because that's how my relationship with the guy who I bought our seats, that's how my relationship with him started, was Beecher introducing me to him. So that's how we got to go to those games this year.
And all I could think about during the snow game was, oh, man, I wonder what Stone Cold's up to.
Yeah. And if anybody has no idea what we're talking about, go back and listen to our episode that we did a few weeks ago called Unscripted Moments, a podcast about the Buffalo Bills, because we talked a lot that day about the game day experience. But they were out there, man. They were tailgating all day. And I even had Airbnb guests staying in my house because I rent out a little room in the back of my house for a little bit of extra income, like so many other people who have 3, 4, 5 jobs these days. And they came in for the game from Florida, and the 2 days before that, they were in Detroit for another game. So they went from the Detroit Friday.
They went to the Thanksgiving game in Detroit.
They went to the Thanksgiving game at Ford Field in Detroit. Then they drove across Southern Ontario and came to the Sunday night game in Buffalo.
God, what did they think of that Chicago Bears meltdown at that Detroit game?
They said it was just an amazing experience because they live somewhere in Florida. Yeah. They were traveling around explicitly to go to NFL games in northern states. And that's what the purpose of the
And
trip
they got
was.
the snow game.
Dude, and
Good for them.
they did not plan well for the trip. So they showed up with jeans and hooded sweatshirts.
Oh,
And
my God.
so I loaned them waterproof boots, wool socks, mittens with no fingers, because that's the clutch move right there, wool hats. I loaned the guy snow pants, like full-length snowsuit, and a fur-lined hood. I gave them every piece of winter clothing that reasonably would fit them. And I was like, do not go to that game in the dark, in the snow, with 3 feet of snow in the bleachers, like wearing what you're wearing.
Like this, for those people listening that may not be familiar with it, the seats had 3 feet of snow on them.
Seats,
Like
the bleachers had snow
You're
on
not
them.
sitting unless you physically clear the snow yourself.
Right, and where are you
off
going
of
to
the
put
seat.
it? Where are you going to put
There's
the
no,
snow?
like, you're just standing in 3 feet of snow. That's
Yes.
just the way it is. If you want to sit down, you're getting soaking wet and freezing cold.
When I went to a game that had a couple feet of snow in the seats, I was wearing 2 pairs of wool socks with foot warmers inside the shoe, and I was wearing full-length snowmobile boots, which are super thick, way thicker than normal boots. So I was wearing snowmobile boots. I was wearing sweatpants. Then I had a snowsuit on. Then I had my jersey on with my coat. And I was decked out. So, like, when you go, I mean, you are, like, sitting in a pile of snow for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience, but you have to prepare yourself for it or else you're going to be miserable.
Yeah, so the game was amazing. I couldn't believe how ineffective the 49ers were. I mean, George Kittle was neutered out of the gate. Brock Purdy looked really rattled and rusty. Somehow James Cook from the Buffalo Bills
Was the only person that had any form of traction on the field in this game.
Not only that, this is a fact. He logged his fastest speed on an NFL field ever in that game. He hit 22 miles an hour or something like that on foot in that snow. And if you watch his long touchdown run, it was so funny
It's
because
like 63 yards or something.
if he's flying down the right side of the field, he hits the end zone, and then all of a sudden he does like a twinkle toes trying to stop in the end zone. He's he's like trying to stop before he runs into the wall because it was just ice and snow. It was insane.
And shout out to the Bills defense for being unbelievable. And it was the return of Matt Milano.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't listened to that much Locked on Bills this week, so I don't know exactly what Matt Milano did or what Joe Marino noticed about Matt Milano's performance, but I want Matt Milano to have a gradual re-entry. I want Matt Milano to be hitting hard week 17, 18, and postseason. You know what I mean? That's what I want out of Matt Milano. I want Matt Milano to have a full year of football ahead of him next year. So I'm glad he's back, and I'm glad he's wearing that bionic arm covering thingy. He looks like a robot. It's amazing. It's a full arm brace.
Yeah, it's amazing. Did you hear about the return of Micah Hyde?
I did hear about that, yeah, and I love it because Micah Hyde, for anybody who doesn't know, was a safety on the Buffalo Bills for last several years. He was a dynamic safety pairing with Jordan Poyer, who now plays for the Miami Dolphins. They were kind of like a safety tandem that was kind of like revered across the NFL. And so Micah Hyde did not get brought back this year, and his locker was still in the locker room. He had stuff in the locker that he never took with him, and nobody on the team ever cleaned out his locker. And so the whole season, his locker has been sitting there, like untouched. And so they brought him back this week. I think of Jordan Phillips texted him. Jordan Phillips recently returned to the team as well. And he's like, when are you coming back? And then Micah Hyde was like, all right, let's see what happens. And they brought him back. He's on the practice squad. He hasn't played or suited up all year, and all of a sudden he's back now in Buffalo.
I love when people get brought off the couch.
Guess where Micah Hyde lives?
Where does he live?
Fucking San Diego, baby.
Man.
So he came from San Diego to Orchard Park, New York. And what's really great about Micah Hyde coming is if the Bills, I'm not even going to say it, but if the Bills do a very important thing this season, Micah Hyde very much deserves to be a part of it and deserves to get the thing that you get when the thing gets done.
I agree.
Don't even say it. No talking.
No
about it.
talking.
So, but I'm delighted that Micah Hyde is here. He is working with Cole Bishop, our brand new rookie safety, which Cole Bishop has shown some good stuff this year. But he's one of those guys that gets brought in at the very end of the game to play like the last 3 or 4 plays, and Cole Bishop just needs somebody to help him develop within the organization. And Micah Hyde, there's no one better than
perfect
those.
guy.
Yeah, no one better. So I'm delighted he's back.
That and then Zoe and I, was it last night or the night before, we watched the Deion Dawkins mic'd up segment from the snow game.
Yeah, with the goggles.
With the goggles. Man, that guy is just the best.
He's great. He's an amazing personality. He brings like a humorous element to the team, joyful, excited, loves the game, loves the city, loves the fans. Whenever we weren't sure if he was going to be brought back this year when he was signing and doing a new contract, he was kind of like joking around on social media, like teasing a departure, and then he's like, "Psych!" So he's very much into that kind of thing of just like loving life, loving the game, loving this team, this city. It means a lot.
Yeah. I when we were at the last game, I purchased a Deion Dawkins jersey, and
We hunted for that thing.
we hunted for it, and I could not be happier to support Deion Dawkins.
Yeah, it was so funny hunting for that jersey, Zoe. I mean, we were digging through the racks, and Steve was really upset. He was like, "How could there not be a Deion Dawkins jersey anywhere?" And I was like, "We just got to keep looking. I have a feeling it's here." And it was just like somebody had put other jerseys in front of it on Deion's rack, but we eventually unearthed the Deion, which you now own.
Could not be happier. I'm so jazzed about it.
Good times.
And this week we got the Rams coming up this week, which
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to.
I am too.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Bills should come out of this one on top.
They should. This Rams team is not to be underestimated, obviously. And we're recording this before the game. You all are hearing it, so we don't know the result of this game yet. But Matthew Stafford, a lot of respect for that guy.
Yep.
He, late in his career, Super Bowl, awesome. Kyron Williams, running back, awesome.
Cooper Kupp.
Beast. Cooper Kupp, awesome. Puka Nacua, awesome. They lost a little step with Aaron Donald retiring, which is totally whatever. I mean, that's great, but it could be a shocker for the Bills, which is fine. The record is so good that if they drop 1 or 2 more, you know what? That's just life.
I want that 1 seed.
I do too. And what I have a little bit of sour grapes about the Rams too, because for 20 years they were in St. Louis, my hometown, and then they got moved back to LA by their punk ass
You
owners.
had the Kurt Warner era Rams, though,
I had
right?
the Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Faulk, greatest show on turf,
Yep.
baby. And we have this giant dome now in downtown St. Louis, which is like a freaking mausoleum to the NFL. And so, you know, we got a Super Bowl in St. Louis on like their second year or something in the city. I mean, it was a freaking miracle, honestly. But real heartbroken. A lot of really heartbroken former Rams fans in St. Louis. So that's kind of, you know, what I'm thinking about that as well. The legacy.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, looking forward to it. And so, given that this is the year-end recap episode, just personally reflect on this past year in terms of anything that you'd like to, any takeaways that you want to take away from. Like, for example, like this was a pretty busy year for stuff. We had like a bunch of family challenges that we had to deal with. But in terms of like, you know, positives, like we went to Tie Down again in Detroit, which we both love. We had a wonderful trip out to Vancouver, which we did so much hiking and my feet bleeding and all of that good stuff. And then I discovered a new love for cycling this year, which I'm super jazzed about. And I've been doing a lot of cycling, and we did like some pretty significant kitchen renovations. And so it was that kind of year for us.
So I rode my bike so much. I think I got 4,000 miles on my bike on the roads in Buffalo from April. I don't ride in the wintertime, really. I just hit the Peloton once or twice a week, and then I do a couple of runs per week. So I'm in a little downtime, but great year of cycling. I summited Whiteface Mountain in the Adirondacks, which is the closest emulated climb to a French alpine mountain that you can get in the U.S. And so rode up that big old honking thing. Great accomplishment for me at age 40.
That's huge.
Then I had a really powerful emotional and mental year as well. For a long time, I had like these like sour grapes that I was like living in Buffalo, and then like I felt like marooned and trapped there. And I kind of had this like series of revelations where I was kind of able to make peace with some past things that have gone down in my life that brought me to Buffalo, and process those things and let go of a lot of anger, and also rebuild some relationships with some people in my family that had kind of been strained by the distance of me living far away, but also relationships that I had like kind of made mistakes in. So like with my own like parents and like siblings and stuff. So I've had this like really powerful emotional year where I kind of feel like reasonably happy and content with where I am in life for the first time in several years, and very accepting of where I currently am in life and in the world.
And obviously, like coming to terms with, enjoying being in Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
having lived near Buffalo for so long and been semi part of Buffalo culture. How important are the Buffalo Bills to the general happiness level of people living in Buffalo? Like, if the Buffalo Bills didn't exist,
Yeah.
what would Buffalo be? Like, because I know you were struggling with this, but
Mm-hmm.
you're more enjoying living in Buffalo, but you're neck deep into Bills.
I am, but the thing is, when the Bills aren't playing, I am the weather in the rest of the year when it's not football season. The weather in Buffalo is a literal paradise. You know what I mean? Like our summer days are, 28 degrees Celsius, like 82 Fahrenheit, like perfect temperature, not scorching heat, but warm and like enjoyable. So like when the Bills are in, it's miserable outside. And when the Bills are off, it's gorgeous outside.
And the Bills get you through the miserability.
Absolutely. So the Bills are crucial. I mean, to the region in general. And like I think that love like spreads over to like Rochester, New York as well. I know some people from Rochester they're big Bills fans too. Like a lot of season ticket holders are from Rochester. I mean, it is like a regional.
There's a lot of season ticket holders here.
It's a regional powerhouse for sure. Yeah.
Dude, like even this whole area is full of Bills fans.
I mean, I didn't give a shit about the NFL for my whole life until I was like 37. And it is not a coincidence that I love like that. It's like the Bills just suck you in when you live in the region. Like being detached from the Bills means like detaching yourself from like a huge part of the heart of what's going on in town.
Yeah, it's
bigger.
It's cool.
It's bigger than just like you go to a place that doesn't have like a real football culture. Like the fact that LA has 2 NFL teams, and you turn on a game that takes place at like SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and the opposing team scores, and it's like bananas loud in there.
Like it's going to be on Sunday.
Dude, when the Eagles play in SoFi Stadium, you think you're in Philadelphia, man.
Yeah.
Like it is absolutely nuts. But man, when the Bills are here in like town, I mean, it is legit.
No table is safe on Sunday in LA.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Home Depot is going to be pulling tables off the shelves.
Well, you know what's so funny? If you look at like Target ads or Home Depot ads in days that the Bills are playing in a town, like there's like a clearance. There's like a clearance sale on tables. Like you'll get Instagram ads in Buffalo that are like targeted ads for like table sales at like Lowe's. You know what I mean? I mean it's for real.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings us to the next part of this episode, which is the game show portion.
Oh boy.
Of this episode.
I'm a little nervous, you guys.
So for all of those that are listening, so we are going to take part in a little game show competition, and I will be hosting it.
Right.
And it will be Greg versus Zoe.
Right.
in a competition.
Uh-huh.
And the competition is they are each going to have to do a, say, like, for example, a trivia style question and answer while sitting in our ice bath.
Yeah.
So which is currently at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. It is
Yeah.
as cold as it can be without being a physical block of ice.
Will I die? That's the question.
You're not going to like it. So
will it cure my tennis elbow?
it actually will help with that.
In one application.
You'll feel when you get out of this, you're going to feel like you can run through a brick wall.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about what is going to happen. Like let me prepare my brain for this. I'm just going to channel my inner Mac Hollins on this. For anybody who doesn't know, we're continuing the Bills theme here. Wide receiver extraordinaire, Mac Hollins. He's like wide receiver 5 or something on the Bills. But he is a character, man. He goes into cryo chambers and he'll go in his underwear to the stadium and he will lay in the snowbanks in his underwear and he'll be on Instagram Live and he'll breathe through it, everybody, breathe through it. So I'm going to channel my inner Mac Hollins and breathe through this. I
will tell you that
oh boy,
your breath work is going to be the most important thing because it is so cold. It's going to suck all the air out of your body.
So what do I do? Do I breathe deeply?
You're going to have to do really slow, deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just focus.
I'm
okay?
practicing right now.
That's the number one thing you're going to do. And number two, the other thing that I know it's going to be difficult, and this is something I really struggled with when I started ice bathing, is you can't slowly lower yourself into the water.
No, you got to just go in.
You have to just go in because if your body is not going to want to do it.
Right.
Your body will try and do everything it can to stop you. You have to just go in and do it.
This is like a TV show where somebody drives like a snowmobile across a frozen lake and hits a soft patch and then all of a sudden they're in the water and they're fighting for their lives. That's what I envision this being like.
I'm optimistic that it's going to work out as a segment for everyone.
Well, there has to be a photo. There needs to be a photo of me inside this goddamn thing because this is likely never going to happen again. This is maybe a once-in-a-lifetime experience for me. So it has to be documented. So whichever one of you has a camera, make sure you take a picture of this because this is maybe the only time this will ever happen.
So right now what we're going to do is we're gonna pause our recording so our competitors can change into their ice bath outfits.
Oh shit!
And then we will pick this back up when we are in the ice bathroom.
All right, it's recording. Holy fucking shit!
Okay, we are back.
Right.
Okay, so we're currently standing in the sunroom in the back of my house, which is a room that has zero insulation and is all windows. It's basically outdoors with a roof.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cold in here. Greg is currently in a bathing suit and barefoot.
Yes.
And he's looking at our ice bath. What are your thoughts?
I'm glad that there's no layer of ice across the top. That's about the best I can do.
So here's the thermometer. If you could read the temperature of it right now.
I can verify that it is 0.
It is 0 degrees. So I just put my hand in to grab the thermometer in, and it is very cold.
This is like polar plunge, polar bear stuff.
If there's a layer of ice on the top, it's still going to be this temperature underneath the ice.
Is,
it's
right.
not going to get colder than this.
Okay.
So
I guess I should get in.
So the next step here is Greg is going to get in the tub.
Yes.
Once he gets in the tub, I am going to ask him to a question or ask him to do something.
Yeah.
And he is going to have to do this, and he cannot leave the water until he completes this task, or he starts having a medical emergency.
Right. Okay. Somebody take a picture of this, please.
So we just need to establish what your safe word is for leaving the tub.
How about oh fuck? I'm gonna die.
That you're gonna say that immediate. You're gonna
Okay.
say that like immediately. It has to be something that you're not gonna say.
No, I think that we're shooting for 45 to 60 seconds.
If you can, it's going to be tough.
Okay. If I make it 20 seconds, I've never done this before, so I am brand new at this. So it might be 20 seconds. I don't know. It's gonna be the longest 20 seconds ever.
So okay, yeah. So if you just give me the word and the nod, being like, I cannot do this anymore, and we will help you out.
I can't even think of one.
Okay.
So
How about grapefruit?
grapefruit, I will forget that, but that's fine.
If you look like it. If you
Yeah.
look like you're
Fruit.
if you're in super just yell the word fruit and
Yeah.
we will get you out. And,
Yeah.
and the best part is
San Diego.
all of our neighbors can definitely see this happening right
Yeah. Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm gonna hand Zoe the microphone. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt and I'm gonna get in.
and for all those listening, I will be taking a picture of Greg in the tub here. Do you have your phone, Zoe?
No.
You don't? You know what? Zoe's gonna go get her phone because I want Zoe to run a timer on her phone so she can give everyone timed updates. So we can actually know how long Greg has been in the tub for.
I'm ready.
Greg has removed his Buffalo Bills sweater. He's currently in just a bathing suit. Wearing a hat, which is essentially we're outdoors.
Yeah.
He's standing.
Huh?
Do you want a toque?
No, I'll be fine later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, giving the microphone back to Zoe here. Zoe will also put the mic in front of Greg's face
Yeah.
as he is trying to accomplish this task.
Ready?
So, hold on. No, I'm preparing my phone because I will. You know what? I've decided I'm doing this on video.
Oh, good.
And this is going to get posted on the Discord. So, whoever's not a Discord member, you're missing out.
Yeah, you're missing out, crazy.
All right. So, let me just start the filming process here. Okay, so Greg, you are to get in the tub now. Okay, Greg, your task is say the alphabet backwards.
Z Y X W T S R Q P N something E D C B A.
You missed like a good chunk of it.
I don't know it.
Okay. Then do it forward.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z.
How's the water?
Very cold.
You're actually doing pretty good, to be
Thank
honest.
you. Am I supposed to move?
If you move, it gets colder.
Really? Wow. Oh, heal me, tennis elbow.
You got to get your arms all the way in. What's he at, Zoe?
52 seconds.
Look at that. You're going to hit a full minute here,
I'm gonna
bud.
do it. I'm doing it. Tell me when it's 60.
You did it.
Awesome.
That is really good.
Woo! Chilly.
Okay, let's get you a towel. Okay.
Oh boy. Ooh. Wow, tingling.
Okay, so now we're going to stop it. Greg's going to go change, and then we're going to get Zoe in the tub. Do I just press stop?
Yeah.
And we're back. Okay, so Greg has just gone in the tub,
Jesus.
and Greg is now dressed back into his warm stuff, and we've got Zoe about to get in the tub.
And we're back outside, damn it. That's like I was feeling really good a minute ago, and now I'm like back outside, and I'm like, boo, I'm a little chilly, actually.
Like, you killed it in the tub.
Thank
like,
you.
It to the point where this segment is completely ruined because I thought you would have a meltdown in the tub, and I thought it would be funny.
Hey, listen, you have to remember that I used to take Rinzai Zen meditation classes. So I have a little bit of experience kind of like locking in on
Did you
stuff.
feel like you really need to pull that when you were in there?
Oh, absolutely. Like it comes back to you, and I was like, oh, yeah, do the breathe, like just breathe deeply. And it probably came through because I was so freaking cold. But like, I was just starting to like really channel the breathing there at the end.
It's the only way you can get through that.
Yep,
It's
yep.
really,
So
really
we're making
difficult.
Zoe wait. So what do we do now?
So Zoe's going to get in the tub. We're going to do the same thing. She's going to say the alphabet backwards. Greg will be holding the microphone for Zoe to do
Okay.
it, and we will go from there.
Okay.
Just prefacing, I haven't done
Sorry, you say.
I haven't done this in months, so it is a fair, fair.
Oh, competition. Yeah.
No, Zoe, I can say truthfully, I don't even remember the last time Zoe was in this tub.
And I didn't know you were going to ask me that backwards alphabet thing. I just was like, okay, whatever.
So I texted Greg last night. I said, hey, Greg, do you know the alphabet backwards? He's like, nope. I was like, perfect. Let's do this.
Good God, you evil man. Okay, I'm ready.
So, yeah, if you can hold the microphone in front of Zoe, yeah.
I got it.
Okay, so Zoe, her robe is off, and she is about to get in the tub. Get the breath work going. She's got her toque, her United Steelworkers Union District 3 toque on, and her waterproof socks that she wears in the tub.
Move.
Yeah, your feet hurt, eh?
Heck yeah. My feet are, like, my full body was tingling.
Okay. Ready? I'll start. I'll get you to do it the second you sit down. Okay, 1 foot in, 2 foot in, sitting down. Okay, backwards alphabet.
ZYXWVUT no. ZYXWVUT SRQPNOMLKJIHGFEDCBA.
Killed it.
That was freaking amazing.
Okay, you get out.
Unbelievable. Holy cow.
Get the towel on her. There you go. Warm up. Let's
Unbelievable.
get your robe back on, get you in the house.
That was honestly amazing. That was as impressive, if not more, than the drunk cowboy on Reno 911 that I was trying to channel on my performance where I botched the entire middle. Damn it. Well, that was incredible.
Okay, let's go in the house and get warm. And we're back inside in the warmth.
Thank God, next to a space heater.
Yeah, we set Greg up with a full space heater. We've given him a blanket and a tea.
Yeah, I got a raspberry zinger going on over here. It's pretty sweet.
So you both went in. How, Zoe? We got Greg's recap of how it went. How did you feel in there?
It definitely hurts while you're in there, but you feel so good afterwards. So just feeling. I've done it before, but I haven't done it for a while, so it was actually kind of nice to just be able to do it again.
Yeah. That was my first time. And I mean, what's so funny is when you get out, you're red from the water line down on your body, like beet red. And I had this line going across my chest that was just red, and then all the way down was red, and then white from the shoulders up. And it was just really funny to see that. But I had like the pins and needles feeling, like when your arm falls asleep, but whole body pins and needles.
And it's almost like I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like it's more on the inside than it is like on the outside. Like when I feel like when your hands fall asleep, like that's an outside feeling, but like the pins and needles from that, like even my legs, like they're still have that like tingly feeling, but it's just like very, like I feel like I can feel the insides of my legs.
Yeah. And you can really feel like, you can almost feel like yourself dying. Almost in a way. You can start to be like, wow, like 5 minutes in this and you are toast. Like it is absolutely nuts how fast the body would shut down staying in water like that for long periods of time. Gives you a new perspective on the world in a couple of ways, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy going in. But it's kind of wild that something that's, has proven to be good for you can also kill you.
Yeah. It's like, the Iceman, Wim Hof. You ever heard of that guy?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard some interviews with him over the years, and he does stuff like that all the time. So now it's kind of nice to put a sensation with something that I've heard described on many occasions.
And so for the listener out there who's listened this far in the episode, I can't remember which one of you it would be at this point. But
definitely Jamie.
Probably Jamie here. We'll put this up to a listener vote as to who won.
I mean, that was amazing. Like, okay, so I didn't know what I was going to get asked when I got in there. And so there's this old Reno 911 skit that I referred to where a guy gets pulled over for drunk driving and the cop asks him to say the alphabet backwards and he nails it. And the cop says, wow, I've never actually seen anybody do that before. And he just crushes it. And I have loved that sketch for like 20 years. And I was like just channeling this like Reno 911 character. I don't know how to say the damn alphabet backwards. Like I'm very not good at things like that. But Zoe gets in there and freaking nails it. I'm like, what the hell? That actually happened? I could not believe this shit. And so I got my ass handed to me. I may have been in a little bit longer time-wise, but man, having the wherewithal to actually say the damn alphabet backwards in an ice bath, I concede.
Well, thank you, Greg. I also just want to acknowledge how great Greg did on his first time. Like a minute is not easy, and yeah, I was getting out of there. I was finishing the task so I could get out, but crushing a minute your first time is like super impressive.
It felt awesome. I had a minute as my benchmark. I really wanted to get that minute, and whenever I asked how much time it was and you said 52 seconds, I was like, thank God, because I was like, I can do this. So that was a big one for me.
So for next year's recap episode, we will have a rematch. Except instead of a trivia question, you guys will have to do a Rubik's Cube.
Oh my God. Can we just do math instead?
Like, you guys will have to solve a Rubik's Cube.
I can't think of anything worse than a Rubik's Cube. I would rather do math. So we'll
Zoe, would you like a Rubik's Cube or math? Zoe walked away.
We're gonna. She's out of here. She's like,
left.
Screw you guys.
She's like, I'm done. No, I think she actually went to get a Rubik's Cube.
Oh God. Oh no, she's got two of them. There's two.
We have two Rubik's Cubes. So.
Oh, this is terrible news. This is a horrible development. My daughter could probably figure that thing out though. She loves puzzles like that. Maybe I'm gonna bring Gloria as a ringer next year on the for the show.
So yeah, next year rematch: Zoe versus Greg. Who
Greg's
can solve
daughter.
a Rubik's Cube in the ice bath? You cannot get out until you solve the Rubik's Cube.
Greg, R.I.P. 42 years, because that will be my grave.
Zoe, are you confident that you could solve the Rubik's Cube in the tub?
I know I can.
She knows she can. She knows she can do the alphabet backwards. She knows she can do the Rubik's Cube. I'm being set up here. This is a setup.
Well, so if Rubik's Cube is one, so we need 3 challenges, right? So you did the alphabets backward. Zoe won it. Now you get to pick a different challenge.
All right, I'm picking next year's challenge because this is not okay. I'm picking next year's challenge.
It can't be name all the religions.
TBD challenge name coming soon. So yeah, just rest assured I will come locked and loaded next year for the competition.
Amazing. I love it.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Zoe, do you have any final thoughts on the ice bath segment? No? Okay. So now
I was blown away. I was like, oh my God.
Hey, and if everyone out there wants more content like that, let us know.
Yeah.
I've got tons of dumb ideas.
Steve is driving this train on this episode. I hope everybody realizes this.
Okay, so now that we're back inside warm and it's the end of the year wrap up.
Yeah.
I think it's a good opportunity for us because we both do lots of things. We both participate in things. We both attend things. If we could just give our top 5 of the year for a number of different things.
Sure. Yeah.
So our first top 5 this year is, Greg, what were your top 5 favorite poops that you had this year?
I mean, so many. Honestly, I mean, this really could go in so many different directions now at this point. So thank you for asking such an important and powerful question. So I really can't pick. I mean, so many good ones to choose from.
I like all of them.
I mean, any day that you get to do that, honestly, it means that your body is functioning at a proper biological mechanism sort of way. So I'm just grateful for it.
Unlike the Russell Wilson pooping once a week.
Yeah, what Russell Wilson?
You know, remember that big thing that came out in the news where Russell Wilson only poops once a week for maximum efficiency?
That is absolutely insane.
If like later on, I'm sure people have heard it before, but was it last year, Zoe? Yeah, last year it came out in the news that Russell Wilson was only pooping once a week.
He is a moron, and he has.
I don't know if it was actually true or not.
And
but
he has feces impacted up in his bowels.
It's just horrible. Okay,
yes.
So the first thing that I would like to go over is the top 5 favorite sets that you saw live this year. And I'm going to put Zoe on the spot because she's sitting right next to me, and I'm going to ask her to come up with the 5 favorite sets that she saw this year too. And I will have Zoe go last because I'm literally putting her on the spot right now.
Right. Okay. Well, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, if you go first, then I will go, and then Zoe will go.
All right. So, I was looking back through my calendar and I saw a shockingly little amount of live music this year.
So I want you to go from your 5th favorite to your most favorite.
Okay, great.
In reverse order.
5th favorite live set that I saw would be a band from Grand Rapids, Michigan called Malicious Destruction of Property. They are
love the name.
They're amazing too. They're a really nasty hardcore band from Grand Rapids. Like very politically progressive. Their messaging mid-set between songs would be very reminiscent to what like Propaganda would be saying in the 90s.
What venue? Was it at the Italian restaurant?
It was at Amy's Place, which is a vegetarian restaurant in Buffalo on Main Street that has shows in their side room in a little venue called Area 54.
Oh, nice.
Fun fact about that restaurant, upstairs is an apartment where the members of Lemuria, the Buffalo band from Bridge 9 and Asian Man Records, they used to live up there.
That's crazy.
So anyway, Malicious Destruction of Property at Amy's Place. Got to shout out Rick Jackson from Grand Rapids, Michigan, a friend of the podcast, who gave me the heads up on that band coming through. He said, go see Malicious Destruction of Property. They rule, and guess what? They blew my freaking mind.
I love when you just see a new band for the first time and they just rock your socks off.
They rip. So definitely listen to their music. They got some demos out streaming, so you can find them.
Oh, that's good.
All right, so do I do my whole list or do
you have your list ready? Okay, so then I'll do my 5, then Zoe will do her 5. We'll do that.
All right, so
so you already did your 5, so I'll do mine now.
Oh yeah, okay, number 5.
Number 5.
I understand.
Sorry. So my 5th favorite set of the year was No Pressure at Tied Down in Detroit from June. That was absolutely so fun.
Mm-hmm.
They are, if you don't know No Pressure, you need to do yourself a favor and
Blink
listen to their one record. If
Yeah.
Blink-182 were still a good band,
Yeah.
they would be No Pressure.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they are. I mean, they're Dude Ranch, Blink-182 with
But better.
yeah, and they don't have the infantile lyrics that are found on songs on Dude Ranch, like Boring and Voyeur and songs like that really kind of drag that record down lyrically and stuff like that. That's what No Pressure is like. They're so good.
And they did a cover of Carousel at this show that was bananas good.
Did the root was everybody moving?
It was amazing.
That's so cool, man.
Okay, Zoe's number 5. I'm going to give the microphone to Zoe.
I know how a microphone works. Thank you. So my number 5, I put the I actually put the Blind Guardian Montreal show. 5, just because I haven't been to a whole lot of like metal / power metal shows, and we had a lot of fun at the Toronto one. It was obviously we went with you, Greg. That was really fun. But seeing them in Montreal was like a whole different world, and just like watching the crowd engage and demand from the band in like a hilariously, in a hilarious way that the band I think really loves, just was really cool. It was a really cool experience. I got super sick, which really sucked from it. But
yeah, Steve was sick for weeks.
Yeah, and it was really bad, and I thought I was gonna pass out the entire time we were there. But I still really enjoyed it, and it was just like a new experience. So that was really fun for me.
Nice.
Greg, number 4.
My number 4 is Blind Guardian at Rebel in Toronto with you guys, and I was still such a new fan of the band that like I was like learning while I was watching them, and a band that is so experienced with such an in-depth catalog, with such committed and dedicated fans, and lyrics that are so thematically woven throughout the interests of like the vocalists and everything like that. Amazing experience. And my favorite song that I saw live, my favorite single song that I watched this entire year live was Time Stands Still at the Iron Hill.
It is a classic song.
Dude, when they were playing that, I was like, this is a total masterpiece. And I can remember every second of watching them play that to this day. So my 4th favorite set of the year, Blind Guardian. Favorite song of the year, Time Stands Still at the Iron Hill.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my 4th favorite set that I saw this year was Blind Guardian at Rebel in Toronto as well.
Awesome.
And for all of the same reasons that Greg saw it. It's no secret that Blind Guardian are my favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
And, having the opportunity, anytime I have the opportunity to see them is a massive deal for me. I know every single one of their songs inside out. I love Blind Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my 4th favorite show of the year. So Zoe, you're 4.
My number 4 show was Angel Dust at Tied Down. I have found my love for Angel Dust this year. I really like their stuff. I really like their new album, Brand New Soul. I think it's funky. I think it's groovy. I think it's like a cool mix of genres. So that was the first time after kind of actually hearing them and like discovering them that I really got to like hear it live. So yeah, super fun. They did it like a little differently for Tied Down to like match kind of the overall show. But yeah, I still really loved it. I think Justice is really cool. I really enjoy watching him perform because you can see him just like in his element, and I really enjoy watching that. So yeah.
Awesome.
3.
Number 3 is Coheed and Cambria at the Outer Harbor in Buffalo, New York on a perfect August evening. And they opened for Primus, but they still played a full set. So
that's one that Zoe and I wanted to come to, but my dad went in the hospital, so we
Yeah.
could not come to it.
So Coheed was amazing. Primus was awesome. And the opener was Puddles, the clown, who sings those like opera style covers. And he was so good.
Puddles Pity Party.
And Patrina also wanted to shout out the Puddles and Coheed sets as a couple of her favorite sets of the year as well.
Oh, nice.
So specifically Coheed, Puddles is awesome, but specifically Coheed for me.
Did Coheed open with Welcome Home?
I
Because that's
can't-
the best opening song of
No,
all
they
time.
didn't. They didn't open with that, but they played it. I think they closed with it.
Oh, it is a banger.
But it was right on the shore of Lake Erie. During sunset, I'm watching Coheed on like a perfect 80-degree summer night, and I'm just like, just the best. So anyway, that was my my next one.
I love that.
Thank you.
I wish we would have been able to be at that show.
It's
Because
life.
I love Coheed, and
You love
as,
Primus.
as Zoe knows, I love Primus.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were against the barrier.
I've seen
Primus.
Primus 6 times in my life,
I was like 5 feet from Les Claypool.
dating back to the mid '90s,
Mm-hmm.
and I love Primus. Okay, my number 3 is Have Heart from Tied Down Fest in Detroit.
He was a kind-hearted man in a hateful world, and he got everything that I've never heard. Like the only fucking man, he always stood so tall. Around what it means to be unbreakable. Picture to picture, he's trying to die. He's the rest of war, his family's back. In the coldest war, where the war is hard. He wants to say what you consider hard. He's the man you
Very chill.
don't
I just want to preface this by saying this would be my number 1 had my number 2 and my number 1 not existed this year
Right.
by my 2 favorite bands.
Right.
So big shout out to Have Heart for playing easily maybe the most intense, important, and just like all around unbelievable set that I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
and there's still not really much video of it, but when Sonny puts that video out from Tied Down, you need to watch it. Like, it is a life-changing experience to watch that.
And I became a fan of Have Heart this year as well. Like, I have never listened to Have Heart before this year. After you all went to that show and I got the albums, I DM'd Chris Wren from Bridge 9 and I said, do you have any Have Heart CDs laying around? And he wrote me back and he's like, yeah, I actually do. And I was like, can I buy them off you? So he mailed me CDs that were just like laying around. They're sold out. And he managed to dig up a couple copies and he's mailed them to me.
Yeah, it was
I listen to them in my car all the time. They're in my CD changer permanently since June.
it was just such an unbelievable experience. I can't even put into words. Look online to find Have Heart Tied Down Detroit and just watch that opening song and just tell me that you aren't deeply moved by what's happening. It is insane.
The Machinist, man. What a banger.
Zoe, number 3.
I also just want to say that was the most bananas thing I have probably ever seen in my life at a show, was that Have Heart show.
Yeah.
So my number 3 was a real toss-up, but I'm gonna land with also saying No Pressure at Tied Down. I really love No Pressure. I love Blink-182. My whole family was raised like on Blink-182, so I really enjoy their music. But same thing, I really enjoy like the lyric. Like, it's definitely more. It feels like a mature Blink-182 in a lot of ways, but I really like their stuff. And then watching them play Carousel and like doing the cover, it was really cool because the atmosphere was like, it's like a bunch of kids that will never be able to go see a Blink-182 show and like be able to like engage in that way that you do in a hardcore show, because obviously now like a ticket to Blink-182 is outrageous.
I think I paid $175 per seat at Scotiabank on Blink-182's return tour. What? US or Canadian? I don't remember. Okay. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, and like we looked and it was just like, upwards of like $200 Canadian. And it's like, I don't know that I'm not going to enjoy from the nosebleeds, and it's not worth it. So like getting to like kind of see like what a Blink show would have been like, where in a time where I wasn't old enough to go to shows, was like really a cool experience.
All right.
Okay, Greg, your number 2.
My number 2 is the Postal Service at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto.
So I would love to hear more about this, but prior to that, I want Zoe to tell the story about when I purchased the Postal Store record from the record store down the street.
The Postal Service?
The Postal Service record from the record store down the street. I need Zoe to tell that story.
Yeah, please do.
This is the most embarrassing day of my life. It's a small record store that we go to all the time, so we are regulars there, and they have like high up shelves, and Steve thought, of course, that he was going to reach this shelf no problem to pick up this record without asking for help. And as he proceeded to lift one record off the shelf, the entire shelf of records came down. Probably about 10 records fell off the wall. It was packed in there too. It was a whole scene. And then he just decided to yell out, with most of them at his feet, "Don't worry, I got it." I caught them all. And like there was like at least 7 on the floor, and everyone was staring at us, and it was just so brutal. They did not ban us for life. They were very kind about it, but it was real bad.
And you bought the Postal Service on that day?
I bought the postals. I bought the one record that didn't hit the floor.
Oh boy. But I saw the show. So Death Cab and Postal Service were doing a joint tour because Ben Gibbard obviously is in both bands. But Postal Service put out this like one iconic record. We bought tickets. We came up. We had a bunch of friends. Stu and Jamie Lynn from the Tailgate crew were there. And we just had a really nice time going to that show together and just seeing something that wasn't loud and like, punk and hardcore and metal and just getting out of that loop of seeing the same kind of music over and over and over really makes this a standout set for me.
Yeah, I've never seen Postal Service live.
Great.
And
It's
I would
super
I genuinely like them.
Yeah.
I would see them at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know, like a Scotiabank situation just doesn't sit well with
It
me.
was shockingly good. I was very pleased with it, and like, I would do it again. I would go see them again in Scotiabank.
Like, I would love if they played Town Ballroom.
It's never going to happen.
I know it's I can be unrealistic about it.
But I could see that being a set like a Death Cab or a Postal Service kind of set at the new outside venue, Outer Harbor in Buffalo, where I saw Coheed and Primus.
Oh, I'd be into that.
And the cool thing about that is you can just walk right up to the stage. So
Works for me. So my number 2, again, is Blind Guardian in Montreal.
okay.
Being a Blind Guardian superfan like myself, if you are in North America and you have one place to see Blind Guardian, do it in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
The show in Montreal will be 10 times better than anywhere else you see them.
Yeah, you mentioned that whenever, and so Zoe, you choosing Montreal specifically, I kind of got the vibe that it's just a different experience.
It is a completely different show.
They probably know too. Blind Guardian's probably like
they're very well aware. Like they did their entire set, like different than the Toronto set. So we got different songs.
Mm-hmm.
They finished with Mirror Mirror, their closing song, and the audience just was like, "No, you guys aren't done." And they just chanted Majesty until they came back out and played Majesty, which is a 9-minute song.
nice. Yeah.
So we got the extra song in Montreal. The crowd was insane the whole show, like screaming every word to every song. Every time I've seen them in Montreal, they're like taken aback at how intense the crowd is, like, and how much they are loved in Montreal. So I would highly recommend, if you are seeing Blind Guardian, which I genuinely think everyone should because they're amazing.
Yeah.
Montreal is the place to do it because the Quebecois love Blind Guardian.
Killer.
Zoe, your number 2.
So my number 2, I'm going to go with the Bruce Springsteen show in Toronto. And I don't want to say too much because I want to give Steve the chance to really do his bit on it, because obviously he hasn't mentioned it and I've just spoiled it, but I think we all know if I'm going to say it here, then that's what Steve's is. So I'm just going to leave it there for him to, and then I can jump in after.
Perfect.
Greg, tell me what your favorite set of the year was.
So my favorite set is a local Buffalo band called Del Paxton.
No shame at all. You break down your buildings when you know it's the only thing that makes this place at all. No shame at all. You break down your buildings when you know it's the only thing that makes this place at all.
People who have listened to this show for a long time know that I love Del Paxton. They're my favorite band from Buffalo. I think they're incredible. They are kind of like a Midwestern emo kind of sounding band that kind of really is derived from like Mock Orange and Braid and Sunny Day Real Estate and Hey Mercedes.
Gloria Record.
Cap and Jazz, stuff like that. So I saw Del Paxton in Mohawk Place, and They're just I know it's weird to like be like my favorite set of the year was like a local band that I'm like I'm friends with one of the guys in the band, but it's like when I could have chosen Blind Guardian, but like the personal connection that I have to that band is very special to me. And so I'm choosing a local Buffalo band, Del Paxton at Mohawk Place.
I love that though.
I mean, it like, and like I saw another great show in Buffalo. I saw Spaced at an American Veterans Hall, like a floor show.
Love it.
Like they're on tour with Comeback Kid in Europe right now, and I saw them in Buffalo like play on the floor at like an AmVets. You know,
that's awesome.
And but yeah, I just love the local scene. I love the local music scene in Buffalo big time. So.
It's very rich.
It is. It's great. And there's even a really great former guest of the show, Griffin Coyne, his band Selfish Act, has an album release show literally tonight. And so I just love watching what's going on in Buffalo. So that's why I picked Del Paxton.
I love that. And much to no one's surprise, my show of the year was Bruce Springsteen from November 3rd at Air Canada Centre. Is that what it's called? Scotiabank Arena, whatever they want to call it now.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my 24th time seeing Bruce Springsteen.
God. Like, man, add up all that money for all those tickets. It's like what you've spent to see Bruce Springsteen. It's like a big bucks.
That I just want to preface this by saying this show, the previous show we saw in Buffalo was last year or the year before. And then when I saw him opening night on Broadway. Other than those 3 shows, I've never paid more than $100 for a Bruce Springsteen show.
Nice. It's just like post-COVID show ticket inflation.
It's Ticketmaster surge pricing is what it is. So, anyways, Bruce Springsteen, I talked about it on a recent episode we did, so I won't go too deep into it, but it was unbelievable set list. Great. He played every song for the most part that I would have loved to hear. You know, he did Because the Night. And most importantly, we got Jungle Land, which I sobbed the entire song. Like to the point where I was seeing blurry because I was sobbing so much because of how much that means to me. And it was such a special moment. It was such a special night. It's almost unfair to like the Have Heart, like number 3 and down on my list because Blind Guardian, I love Blind Guardian so much. And like we're literally sitting in my living room right now and there's a giant Bruce Springsteen framed art right behind Greg's head and 5 Bruce Springsteen books on the coffee table in front of Greg. So it's almost like you can't, it's hard to really compete with that for me because they're my all-time 2 top. So, you know, Bruce number 1, Blind Guardian, you were, you know, like, and in any year, Blind Guardian would have been number 1 if Bruce didn't play, and Have Heart would have been number 1 had Blind Guardian and Bruce not played. So,
dude, that's why I gave Blind Guardian my favorite song performed of the year because, like, wow, mind blown.
So yeah, that's mine. And now Zoe's number 1. I can't wait to hear what this is because I don't know.
Yeah, and just on the piece, like my favorite song of the year to see would have been Jungle Land. That was really cool. Something I thought I was never gonna get to see. And yeah, that was just really, really magical. And I just remember like my jaw dropping and like looking at Steve when it started and like freaking out. So yeah, that was just really cool to be able to see that. So my number 1 of the year was the Angel Dust show that we went to see. Toronto at like a weird rave warehouse, basically.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. What was it, Steve? It was like
It was at the Flat Spot World Toronto tour at like a community art space in the Junction area.
Which is definitely built for raves too.
Nice.
But we went also, which was part of the reason it was special. We went with my brother, and I don't get to go to shows with my brother often because we have often very different music tastes, but he came with us and that was really cool. I love going to shows with him. He's my best friend. So that was really fun to like bring him into our world and like do that show. But it was like Angel Dust actually kind of played the way like they played closer to the record at that point. So like it felt like more compared to the Tied Down show. It felt like more like I kind of felt like I knew what was going on a little bit more than I was trying to like navigate the other one. But it was just that whole show was super fun. There was a lot of great bands on it, but I'm just such a big Angel Dust fan right now that it was just really cool to be there and like be able to see it and dance to it and everything. That was awesome.
What a great recap.
I love that. Okay, now next thing we're going to talk about is this one's going to be quick and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
What were your 5 most listened to albums this year? And this isn't in like a streaming service wrapped kind of way.
Sure.
This is what are the 5 albums that you just chugged on all year? You just
want me
them
to
right down your gullet.
Do you want to do this one differently? Do you want me to just list my 5?
List your 5.
If you have any follow-up questions about anything on my list, feel free.
Zoe, you can also ask follow-up questions.
All right. You guys ready for this?
Do it.
I don't really have an order.
Good. I don't have an order with mine either.
I don't think I have an order, but my number 1 most listened to album of the year was unquestionably The Rising Tide by Sunny Day Real Estate.
Our lives, and we linger on. But if we try to lift up our eyes, replacing the lies we own this moment, everything and everyone, and in the end we are one. Truth will not be denied.
It was their 2000 LP that came out on Time Bomb Records after the Sub Pop years, after they had lost a member. And for some reason, I just got so addicted to this record this year. Jeremy Enoch from Sunny Day Real Estate, his voice is so insanely addictive to me. I cannot stop listening.
So I've never heard this record in my life.
Oh my God. At the end of this, like if we put on my favorite Sunny Day Real Estate song of all time, which is called One, which is actually track 2 on the Rising Side, or the Rising Tide, I think you'll love it. And so yeah, that was my biggest one. My ones that are in various order beyond that are Del Paxton's Auto Locator LP, which was my favorite record of 2023, no question. I also listened to Whippersnapper, The Long Walk.
This trip is, this will is, these are the only things I own. Resurrection still waiting for most of us to learn. Revolutions from inside out.
I don't know if you ever heard them. They were
No.
a punk band from Georgia in the late 90s.
So far, I've heard 0 of the albums that you're mentioning.
Right. Another one would be No Trigger, Tycoon.
Crash course in death with every single breath. A cello broken whisper comes to mind.
I've played with them before.
Oh, love No Trigger.
The last real show I played was in 2007 with No Trigger. With No Trigger and Set Your Goals.
Can I do more than 5?
What? Okay, like 6? What do you want? Like 20? Like what do you want?
Well, I think I've got 8 here.
Hey, it's the Greg Show. Let's go.
Okay. And my next one is Insomniac by Green Day.
Oh yeah.
How many times did I text you about Insomniac this year?
Texting back and forth that 86 is the best Green Day song in
Ever.
existence.
It's either 86 or JAR. Like
Yeah.
those two
And
songs
they're both from that era.
are unreal. But like now that I'm like 41 with chronic injuries, the lyric "Mom and Dad don't look so hot, these just are getting over
Yeah.
the hill." It just hits so differently now than it did in 1995 whenever I was a kid. Stuck With Me, absolutely amazing song.
I love that. I think it's the best Green Day album.
It is the best Green Day album. There is no doubt in my mind that Insomniac is the best Green Day record. And I'm not even going to do the others because it was totally, this year for me was Insomniac, The Long Walk by Whippersnapper, No Triggers Tycoon, Sunny Day Real Estate's Rising Tide, and Del Paxton Autolocator.
I love that. I think that's I love your list because it's so unfamiliar to me that I'm gonna listen to those albums.
Wait until I show you One by Sunny Day Real Estate. It's going to blow your freaking mind.
Will I like it more than One by Metallica?
Do you like Mock Orange? I showed them to you.
I know. I like them.
Okay, so that's kind of where my musical sensibilities lie these
Okay.
days, is in sounds like that. And
Okay.
so Rising Tide by Sunny Day Real Estate kind of is in that vein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zoe, do you want to share the albums that you listen to most? Any notable albums that you loved this year?
Sure. I don't have many. Probably other than the ones I mentioned, so the No Pressure LP and Angel Dust's Brand New Soul. Another one I listen to constantly is called Honeymoon by Beach Bunny. It's more mellow. Very much my kind of like candy pop, sort of totally my kind of music. Yeah, that's kind of all I listen to. I listen to a lot of Steve's music. He gets the car radio most of the time, but it's all good because we both like a lot of the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the 5 albums Zoe listened to most this year while we were driving places. So in 5th place, it was Cro-Mag's Best Wishes.
The organized slaughter of the innocent gets the shit into the heaven state right now. It's a thing in the heaven.
Cool.
Of which I was obsessed with this year because it absolutely rips, and I don't care what anyone says, is the best Cro-Mags record.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it too. And like that says a lot because I'm such a new fan of Cro-Mags. And anyway, we talked about that on the Hard Times episode.
Yeah, so anyways, that's my number 5. My number 4 is Chapel Roan, Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess.
Hit it like one Papa Bomb. Get it hot like Papa John. Make it go on and on. It's a feminine phenomenon. Hit it like one Papa Bomb. Get it hot like Papa John. Make it go on and on. It's a feminine phenomenon. So let's say.
Loved that record.
She's from Willard, Missouri, man, my home state.
Loved it. And I didn't know anything about her. Literally zero. And then I saw like all the news stories about her Lollapalooza set. And Zoe was away somewhere for work, I think. And I when Zoe's away, I just watch music sets on YouTube in the
That's
evening.
what I do when Patrina's gone. I go to her house to hang out with her dog and watch No Means No sets from like the 80s on her big screen.
That's essentially what I do. And I watched the Chapel Roan Lollapalooza set, and it blew my mind. And I was like, I got to check out this record. I listened to the record. I'm like, love the record. So
Nice.
we listened to a ton of Chapel Roan.
Nice.
And then number 3 was the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan rules.
Okay, cool.
Bob Dylan is awesome. You know, time and place. Is there anyone else that does, you know, those types of like political activism, storytelling type songs better than him?
I mean, Propaganda's pretty damn good at it.
I mean, Bob Dylan was doing this 70 years ago.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. I mean, you know, you get the benefit of a long time, but yeah, absolute classic.
So yeah, I listened to a lot of Bob Dylan this year. Shout out to my uncle Doug, who's a big Bob Dylan fan, who got me into Bob Dylan when I was first learning how to play guitar. The first song I ever learned how to play on acoustic guitar was "Knocking on Heaven's Door,"
Nice.
and that's because my uncle was a big Bob Dylan fan. Anyways, okay, and now the 2 records that Zoe listened to most this year, and they were not even close to how much I listened to. Like, we did the math, and it is obscene how much I listened to these 2 records this year. And anyone who knows me knows that these 2 records are there. They are Bloody Kisses and October Rust by Typo Negative.
Dude.
Ain't got nothing on you. Well, when I called her evil, she just left.
So grateful that I like Typo Negative now. They are so awesome. Thank you for bringing them into my life.
I listened to so much Typo Negative this year. I want Zoe to just literally try and explain how often we listen to Typo Negative.
It's unexplainable.
It's every day.
Constant.
Yeah.
Constant.
I mean, where are they in your all-time favorite band ranking?
Oh, they're
3?
yeah. I would say probably
Number 3?
Bruce, Blind Guardian, Typo Negative.
We might have to do a bonus episode sometime.
Oh yeah, I listened to Born to Die, Lana Del Rey a ton this year too.
Nice.
I discovered Lana Del Rey this year.
Sweet.
I thought she was just. I was like, hey, check out who I just discovered.
Guess what? I haven't discovered her yet.
Born to Die, great album. And I said to my brother, I was like, hey, have you ever heard of Lana Del Rey? He's like, no, I haven't. Obviously, I have. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know who Lana Del Rey is.
I don't either.
I live in my own world here.
Yeah.
I listen to Typo Negative exclusively. How am I supposed to know if someone listens
I
to
have
Lana Del Rey?
missed so much like music that everyone knows about because
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like so single-minded a lot of the time, and like I like narrow in on things and I just like get obsessed.
And people are like, oh, you listen to that new Bad Bunny song. I'm like, oh, you mean the guy who wrestles sometimes?
And like it's so nuts because I'm like over here listening to this like Sunny Day Real Estate song from 24 years ago over and over and over, and I'm missing out on so many things. So these types of conversations are crucial for me.
Like in my 5 records I listened to this year, the Chappell Roan one was the only one released anywhere in this century.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So, like,
Oh, boy.
Beyond that, the most recent one was Bloody Kisses, which came October Rust, which came out in 1996.
Jesus, yeah, that's funny.
So beyond that, everything was really old.
I mean, we're gonna talk about new releases though.
So yeah, next up, new releases. So, I don't have mine in any order. So, I just have my 5 favorite of the year. So if you wanna, we'll go back and forth.
All right. Well, I'm cheating, just so you know. I chose several singles and a couple of EPs that I'm going to combine into one big shout out list because they equal one full length album when all combined. So I'm going to mess with your format a little bit, but my favorite record that came out this year is Better Lovers, Highly Irresponsible. I am seeing them live next weekend for the second Blissmas in Buffalo. For anybody who doesn't know, Better Lovers is fronted by Greg Puciato from Dillinger Escape Plan and backed up by Jordan, Steve, and Clayton from Every Time I Die, and Will from End and Fit for an Autopsy. Very excited about this band being mostly from Buffalo. So that was my favorite record of the year. And my others are the Warriors soundtrack.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the band The Warriors. And I'm like, they had a really good record in like 2003.
I don't know the Warriors. But I know the Warriors soundtrack written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Issa Davis. And that record rules. It's based on a film from the 1970s. They turned into a hip-hop record. It's awesome, and I've been listening to it a ton. I also love the new record from Jewel Tone, a Buffalo, New York hardcore band.
They don't know about me. It's the 716. Kick it up, do it right. And if you were before, you are right now. And from here on out, we share the crowd.
Very good band. Very good. And if they keep at it, which I hope they do, they'll be touring and doing great stuff. I really enjoy the Refused tribute record featuring covers of Refused songs by bands like Brutus, Cult of Luna, Quicksand, and Snapcase, and more. And then my variety of EPs are Brutus, the band Brutus.
Love them.
They put out a new single called Paradise. Freaking amazing.
We listened to a bunch of Brutus this year.
Brutus is so good.
Oddly enough, I watched a bunch of Brutus shows on YouTube this year, too.
My friend Tom, my friends Tom and Kim in Buffalo introduced me to Brutus, and they are unbelievable. The band Blood Command from Bergen, Norway, put out a great single called We Could Be Heaven. Super good. The synthwave band The Midnight put out a single called Chariot, which is awesome. Greg Puciato from Dillinger Escape Plan and Better Lovers put out an EP in January 2024, which is really good. And I've been listening to an EP by a band called God Mother called Sinisfeld. Sinisfeld. They're from Sweden, and they put out an absolutely awesome EP. If you like Dysphere or Cancer Bats or stuff like that, you'd love Godmother. So that's my list.
So I don't know most of those, so I'm going to check those out, too.
There you go.
Obviously, I know Better Lovers because,
they're super popular.
But the rest I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
So my five...
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh.
Patrina said that her favorite was the second half of Torture Poets Department by
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
So we got a little Tay-Tay shout out here too.
Hey, why not?
Mm-hmm.
My 5 new releases of the year. I'm not going to in no particular order.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Hodgert, Paul is Dead.
Dude.
I've always felt unworthy. It's all I've known.
Thank you for saying that. I feel like a jackass now. Sorry, Paul. Great record.
I loved this record.
It's so good.
It is so good. Like when it came out, like I had that on all the time. And like Paul had sent me when he posted in the Discord the like pre-finished version of St. Boniface.
Mm-hmm.
What a friggin' song that
Dude.
is. Bedtime Pills, like it is a
Bedtime Pills. Amazing.
like Paul like put out an unbelievable record. Like the songs are so catchy, they're so well written. Like people just need to listen to Paul's record. It needs to get out more. Like it's so good.
And not only are we saying that, not only are people in our Discord saying that, but Paul just won Best Local Record of the Year in Winnipeg in a public poll for a magazine in Winnipeg. So
Well deserved.
This
Like-
record rules. And I interviewed Paul about the record on Witch Police Radio. So if anybody wants to hear a chat with me and Paul, let us know and we'll send you the link. But definitely go listen to Paul is Dead by Paul Hodgert. Super good. And he's got cassettes
Cassettes for sale
in
yes.
production. Yeah.
Support him on Bandcamp.
Yep.
Next one I have Magnum, Here Comes the Rain. Don't expect you to know what that is.
No clue.
So Magnum were formed in 1972 in Birmingham, UK.
Good Lord.
This is their 23rd and final album, and it was released 5 days after the death of Tony Clarkin, the original member and primary songwriter. It was a great finish to an amazing career spanning 6 decades.
Good Lord. Never even heard of them.
So Magnum are awesome. They are power metal adjacent, but that really good type of like British rock. Like it's awesome stuff.
Cool.
So Bob Catley, the singer for Magnum, also sings in Avantasia, the power metal supergroup, which is how I
I've heard of them.
which is how I discovered Magnum.
Okay.
So and since then I've become a big Magnum fan. So that record came out this year. Love it. Next one is One Step Closer, All You Embrace. The new One Step Closer record. So this record here is the second full length from One Step Closer. And they have kind of branched off away from like, they're doing much more singing in their songs now. And more mature songwriting. Very, very good, melodic, straight edge hardcore record. Love it. Next up after that is the Black Art Jazz Collective Truth to Power record. In which I listen to this record a ton. So I like jazz.
Yeah.
I'm a jazz guy. So big background on this is led by saxophonist Wayne Escoffi. The collective was commissioned in 2020 by the Yale School of Music to write music surrounding the events of George Floyd's murder and relating to the Black Lives Matter movement. Truth to Power is a result of this. And their quote for the record is, "The story of black people in America is trauma. We have always found a way to create art, provide joy, even despite that."
I've never heard of this, so this is great. I'm looking forward to. I love their lists have no overlap. It's crazy.
So yeah, that I highly recommend checking out Black Art Jazz Collective. I watched one of their YouTube performance / conversations. They're all like. They're all very well esteemed musicians in their field, like top of the game, and they're doing some really, really cool things.
Yeah.
Black Art Jazz Collective.
Cool.
And then my last one is Freedom Call Silver Romance.
25 years of glory, another journey right inside. Stand up, a metro fest is rising. Quarter century is a story, so let's party through the night. Hail for natural revolution.
So it's a power metal record. Freedom Call. I love Freedom Call. So I love every record these guys put out. It was this record. I was really looking forward to it, as the last two were both amazing. This is such a fun album. It has massive sounds, beautiful melodies, and huge sing-alongs. It's a great power metal record. This is their 11th studio album. And one thing I truly appreciate about this is I love bands that have entire songs that refer to themselves in the third person about how heavy metal they are and about how they're a band. The entire last song about this record is about the fact that they've been a band for 25 years and they still rock. And I love when bands write songs about how much they rock themselves.
Nice.
So that's my 5. Zoe did not have any new releases that she would like to contribute for this year.
Okay.
And then just our last top 5 that we're going to each do is a bit more the top our favorite books that we've read this year.
Yeah.
So this is we have a reading channel in the Discord where we share books back and forth, kind of like, mini book club style thing. So we're all big readers. So Greg, hit me with your books.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hit with a couple light ones first, and then I'll get into a couple of heavier ones. So the one I want to start with is called Your Table is Ready. It is a book by a man named Michael Cecchi Azzolina, who is a restaurant owner in New York City. And for decades, he was a maitre d' at very famous and upscale restaurants in New York City. And it's his memoir about what it's like to be a maitre d' running a restaurant in New York City, in like the food capital of the United States. amazing book about the behind the scenes of kitchens and running front of house and restaurants, and just an amazing insight into the hospitality industry, because he works in a variety of stuff from like from like up to the fanciest stuff down to like some like mid-range restaurants. Amazing book, really loved it, binged it on vacation in Alabama at the beach. Highly recommend it if you're looking for something informative but fun, and just like it's got like some grit to it and some like really crazy stories.
That sounds cool.
Loved it. Another one I really liked is Rebel Girl by Kathleen Hanna, the singer from Bikini Kill. Great book. Read that pretty recently and really enjoyed it. Really needs no introduction, Kathleen.
Yeah.
Another one I really love is The Hands That Crafted the Bomb by Josh Fernandez. Came out on PM Press, and I was introduced to him by Aaron Carnes, who wrote In Defense of Ska, which also has a second edition out this year, which is pretty cool. Really loved Josh's memoir about just being a troubled kid in like trying to just make it through his youth, and like finding skateboarding and punk and anti-fascist like movements and activism and stuff like that, but then like going through life and becoming like a writing professor at a community college and stuff. Really cool book, great memoir. And I got a couple heavier ones. The book I just finished is called The Over Story by Richard Powers. It is a masterpiece. It is a monumental masterpiece of literature. The entire book is stories that like weave together characters, but the main theme is the way that trees bind humanity together. So it is a nature novel. It's a love letter to trees in society and what they have the power to do. And it's kind of hard to explain and put into words. But the book is, like I said, it's a monument. The Overstory by Richard Powers. Cannot recommend it enough if you have the time to read a 500-plus page book with very small print. But it's the best. It's one of the best books I've read in a long time. And Patrina and I, our favorite book of the year jointly is Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. He wrote All the Light We Cannot See, which has since become a Netflix series about World War II. But Cloud Cuckoo Land is just, it's impossible to describe, except for it is a love letter to libraries and the preservation of knowledge and passing knowledge through generations. And the book takes place in societies hundreds of years ago to societies hundreds of years in the future and everywhere in between, and ties all the threads together between like 4 or 5 central characters who exist at different points in time, but whose stories are all completely intricately linked. Mind-blowing book. Challenging to read. It's a challenging read, but man, the payoff is surreal when you realize what's happening in the book, in the last third of the book or so. And that was our favorite book of the year, Cloud Cuckoo Land, Anthony Doerr.
You did a great job at selling that book.
Unbelievable book, but you have to work for it. If you're not willing to work for it, do not start it, because you're going to be angry at me for the recommendation, because it is a book that you have to commit to and you have to keep coming back to, and you have to want it. And when you want it, the payoff will find you.
Well, I abandoned 2 books this year.
Well, you should abandon them if you're not loving it.
I know you always say that. Never read a book that you're not enjoying.
There's too many books in the world, and life is too short.
I abandoned 2 books this year. The first one was Soul Boom.
I don't know
by
what that
Rainn
is.
Wilson.
Oh, okay.
His book on religion.
Is it on?
And the
Is
Baha'i
it?
faith,
Is
yes.
it about Baha'i? I can
And-
get you a better Baha'i book than that.
Well, it's not the Baha'i stuff that I didn't like. I enjoyed that. I just don't like Rainn Wilson. I think that's the issue.
There you go.
I didn't like the fact that he used anytime he referred to a building, he said he wrote it as edifice. And I was like,
That's
you know
annoying.
what? I'm done.
Yeah.
I've seen the word edifice too much in this book. I'm done.
That is annoying.
The other book I abandoned this year was Stephen King's The Stand, the unabridged, the unedited version.
It's like this big.
Which I read it for 3 months, and I was 45% of the way through that book, and nothing was happening. There's only so much I can follow. People walking on a road in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it an ebook at least? You have to hold that stupid
yeah,
thing?
no, it was on my Kobo. I forever I was just like, I cannot bring myself to. Anyways, if you know if The Stand is worth reading past 40%, let me know, because I'm done.
So what did you like?
So what did I like this year? So this year I read The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know anything about The Handmaid's Tale. I never watched the show. Never know anything about the book. I read the book, enjoyed it. It was good.
It's freaking crazy that the show is filmed here in your town.
Yeah, I don't know anything
I
about it.
made you drive me past the house.
Yeah. So I didn't know anything about it prior to here, but read the book, enjoyed it. It was cool.
Yeah.
Next up, I haven't finished it yet, but loving it so far. So whatever, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley.
Cool.
I'm loving it. I like reading these kind of books. These kind of what genre is this? Dystopian books that were written in like 1930. I love.
Is it that old?
Yeah, 1936, I believe.
Wow.
So I love the idea of old authors' view of where they kind of envisioned things going. I really like that. And to be honest, it's a really good book. Like I'm not super far into it, but I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
Next up is Westray, My Journey from Light to Darkness by Vernon Theriault. So this is about the mining disaster that took place in Nova Scotia, in Canada. It was, anyways, mining. A bunch of miners. The mine collapsed, and a bunch of miners died. And so Vernon worked at the mine, and he was off that day, and he went back and was part of the rescue mission. And so the book basically details his journey working at it, and then the rescue mission, and then lobbying on Parliament Hill in Canada to have that safe mining bill passed. So like the whole story and all of the workers' rights bill. Yeah. So it was workers' rights bill. And there was just so much back and forth of it being rejected and having to work. It was just really cool to learn about the passing of such an important bill in the country. So it was a really cool perspective on that. My next one is The Ministry for the Future by Kim Stanley Robinson. I know you've read that book.
Yeah.
Chapter 1 of that book is maybe one of the best chapters of any book ever.
I agree. That first chapter is surreal.
It just punches you right in the gut.
It is like the visual of the people's faces. I can still like their faces in the water as far as they can go, and having it not be refreshing sticks with you, man.
So that book made me all summer constantly check the wet bulb temperature.
That's so funny.
I was checking wet bulb temperature
Did
daily.
you finish it?
I finished it, yeah. I mean,
because that's a 700-page book.
It was a good book. I liked it.
Yeah, it's really good. Kim Stanley Robinson is fantastic. There's some great interviews with him that he did on some podcasts about writing ministry for the future as well. So you might want to go and listen to some of those conversations, because he's an extremely engaging and fun interview.
And it was a very well thought out and researched book.
Oh, all of his books are like that. He's got the Red Mars trilogy in outer space. He's got New York 2140, which is another book where like New York is like submerged up to a certain level. So like New York City, Manhattan is like partially submerged in water.
Okay, I'm going to read that one.
I've got it, and you should, because it's good.
And then my final book of the year that I enjoyed, quotation marks, was Tender as the Flesh by Augustina Bazterrica.
Oh, okay. I don't know this one.
Probably for good reason, because it is a very controversial book, and it is incredibly difficult to read because it makes you feel very uncomfortable the entire book. Like, it makes you almost sick to your stomach for the entire book. And then at the ending is so shocking that you feel like a disgusting human being for reading this book.
Wow.
So I think the goal of it is shock value, and it worked. So the summary of the book is: we live in a world in which animals had diseases and people no longer eat animals and vegetables are corrupted, so they factory farm humans for food.
Wow.
So that is the book. It's about factory farm production of humans, and the main character works in a human slaughterhouse.
Whew. That is, I've never heard of anything like that.
And there's times in the book where they describe the different textures of human skin based on the race of the person with the skin.
Wow.
And what their skin can best be used for, whether it's furniture, clothing, or food. And it goes it's a lot to read.
When did this book come out?
I genuinely don't know.
Did you finish it?
I finished it.
Wow.
And the ending made me physically ill.
I am curious to take a peek at this. You'll have to remind me of this later.
It was I in no way can recommend this book to anyone to read because it is so beyond triggering.
Yeah.
And so it's not an English native book. So it's the author is from Chile.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been translated to English. So the translation isn't. I mean, it's not, if you're looking for like world-class writing,
Sure.
It's not it because of the translation.
Yeah.
And some items are lost in translation, but overall, like, the book is going to make you feel terrible the entire time you read it.
Whew. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like reading Disgrace by J.M. Coetzee. That book made me feel very bad. There were some books by Lydia Yuknovich that I wrote. I think The Chronology of Water. That book made me feel kind of bad. So I've got a little experience reading that, but I've never read a book about factory farming human beings. So, wow.
Yeah, it was like a cattle decapitation record made into a book.
There you go. All right. Cool.
So yeah. Okay. So that's our 5. Zoe, did you read any books this year that you enjoyed?
Yes, I read some. Do you need to know them?
Well, if you want to shout out a book that you enjoyed this year, you can.
So you read this last year, but I read it this year. Was the How High We Go in the Dark book?
I've got that on my shelves. I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, it's really great. It's started as a collection of short stories that's then been kind of all like threaded together and to create one cohesive story. Really interesting. I read a lot of just like trashy thriller books just to keep reading. But I also read, which was like a kind of, I read a collab book. I read the book version of Pan's Labyrinth. By the movie by Guillermo del Toro, which was written by my favorite childhood author, Cornelia Funk, who I have you can see I have all her books on my bookshelf. So like it was just like a cool moment to like, that's one of my favorite directors and one of my favorite authors of all time doing a book together. So that was kind of cool. And it's been a long time since I watched the movie. So it was cool to it was a very easy read. It was definitely kind of written. She's a teen writer, or a children's book writer in a way, but fantasy. So that was really good. And I also read a book I really, really liked. I'm a big true crime cults. Like I read a lot of those books. Also can be really hard to read. But I read The Forest City Killer, which is a book about the serial killer that was around in like the 80s in London, Ontario, or maybe earlier than that, but in London, Ontario, so very close to home. Also read it while I was in London, which was a bit scary.
Creepy.
But yeah, but it's like it happened all kind of in this region. So that was one of my favorite books this year.
Awesome.
Oh, look at that. Look how cultured we are.
We are, but this has been my best reading year in a long time.
Oh, that's good.
Is
A
2024.
good reading year is a good year.
It really is. It really makes a difference. And like when I was like saying that I could like, when I had 2 books on my list that are like actual masterpieces in my opinion, Cloud Cuckoo Land and The Overstory, I was like, dang, nice work.
When you find a good book, it feels great.
Mm-hmm.
So, keeping in the theme of the year-end recap, it's been a good year for the show this year. We had how many episodes this year?
I think it was like 35.
35 episodes this year. it's not one a week, but it's pretty decent.
It's pretty good. I mean, this show has been around for a long time.
Considering some weeks you're getting an episode that's like 45 minutes, some weeks you're getting an episode that's 6 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it all eventually it all balances out to one episode a week.
Yes, exactly.
If you listen to only an hour increments, so it's probably averages out to more than an episode a week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was a good episode. We had a lot of cool guests on this year. So what we did for this next part is we put out a call on the Discord for our Discord members to submit their favorite moments of the year.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through some of those favorite moments that our listeners had submitted.
Sounds good.
And just kind of reflect on them.
Sounds good.
So our first one is Paul interviews Todd in the I Spy episode. So we're going to go back and we're going to hear a bit of that right now.
Yeah, I started making songs here, and then, like, I saw those guys, the other guys from I Spy in Regina before I left, like, in the summer, just playing, like, Iron Maiden covers and stuff,
Nice.
and their own songs, but, like, they did that one song, and I was like, oh, shit, those guys can play that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I had them in mind, like, when I went back the next summer from Winnipeg, yeah, I just asked my friend Marlon if he could get me in touch with those guys. I didn't know them at all, and they were like, yeah, let's jam, and then... yeah, we jammed and had a really good time, and I brought a song that they all seemed to like.
Nice.
And they had some of their own songs with a different singer, actually. Like, it wasn't I Spy yet. It was, I can't remember what it was called.
I think it was like Clump or something like that. I think that's what I read.
No, that was what we were thinking of calling I Spy that at some point. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Which it's not really much worse. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah.
Okay, and
then those guys moved to Winnipeg with me.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I saw that on the Perversity is Spreading collection that most of the stuff's recorded by John Sutton, but there are a couple of tracks on there recorded by Chris. Sort of, so, like one or two of them. They're a little bit lower. I'm guessing they're on his old 4-track. Would probably be my guess.
Okay, there's a couple that are recorded at the Albert also.
Okay.
Which one's it? Oh yeah, a couple, yeah, recorded in. I can't remember what we recorded in Chris's basement. Yeah, but we recorded 4 songs in his mom's. Where the hell were we? I think we were in maybe this guy Simon Hughes' basement.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a local artist too. If you ever see his paintings around all over.
I'll keep an eye out.
Awesome guy. Yeah. I think it was Simon's basement. Yeah.
Cool. And then for the 10-inch split, did you guys record that with John Sutton at I think what God
10-inch
of Thunder?
split. The first one, yeah, we recorded it first with a guy from God of Thunder. No, he did it. Yeah, it wasn't Sutton.
Okay, because it says Sutton on Wikipedia, and that's what sort of threw
Okay,
me.
yeah, no, the split with I Spy was with the guy from God of Thunder.
Okay.
Chris Brett, I think was his name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then, what the hell? Or did Sutton redo it? I can't remember.
See, I'd look it up, but I don't have a physical
Yeah,
copy
yeah,
of it
yeah.
because you cannot find that CD anywhere now,
Yeah.
and it's not streaming anywhere.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think Chris Brett did them both, and then like we did it. The reason why I can't remember is we did it, and then we thought it had like too much reverb and stuff, and took it back and
Sure.
I think we just remixed it. So it must have been Chris also. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Sutton did the next one, like the Revenge of the Little Shits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you I Spy get connected with Chris and with Propagandy?
I came to Winnipeg, and I knew this woman named Mary Beth. She was from Portage with Jordan Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of 3 things at once. And then I had a friend from India. Like, he's pretty much my first friend here. He was like just from India.
And we're back.
All right. Thank you to Paul again for organizing that interview with Todd in Winnipeg outside in a park.
Honestly, my favorite part about that interview is it is the most Winnipeg interview that's ever happened. Like, and this is not a shot at either Paul or Todd, because I actually do love both of them.
Yeah.
They both sound very much like like they have the Winnipeg accent.
Sure.
And it was two people with a heavy Winnipeg accent just having a conversation, and it was amazing.
Yeah, and they recorded it, you know, and it's pretty special to have that one in the books in the show.
The next highlight that we'll talk about is the discussion on the Laughing Stock episode.
Who brought this up?
I can't remember who brought it up, but it was one of the ones that was brought up. So let's go and take a listen back at some of that discussion from the Laughing Stock episode.
Folks what they thought about Laughing Stock, because you know, so we're so far into this podcast that sometimes I'm just tired of hearing my own thoughts. So I was like, what do you guys think about this song? So Danik says, Laughing Stock absolutely rips. It's been on my workout playlist for years. I love hearing those opening guitar stabs while exercising, and I relate to the ethical internal conflict of Schadenfreude. So for those of you who don't know out there, Schadenfreude is when pleasure is derived from another person's misfortune. So in the lyrics, Chris finds himself experiencing glee almost that Matchy had like tried to kill himself but failed. So the opening line is like very disturbing lyric. Whenever I realized what he was saying, that is a pretty shocking lyric. I reveled in the news of your botched suicide. Like, wow, that's really intense. So Danik really connects to the Schadenfreude of this tune, which is one of the most complicated aspects of the story being told. Is, you know, seeing what happens with Matchy later. And thinking about where he was, what he did, and then what became of him, and then trying to reconcile our own thoughts on the matter internally, knowing that, like you said earlier, there's no closure. All right, we're back.
Okay, so what's in the Laughing Stock episode? Where does that rank for you in our? Because like it was a pretty extensive discussion that we had.
Yeah, but it was one of my least favorite episodes we've ever made. Like I hated it. I don't like the episode. I never want to hear it again. And for some reason, sometimes in the show, I'm very in the zone on talking about really unpleasant topics. But for some reason, I just couldn't get comfortable in the discomfort.
What was the nonsense we did that episode? I can't remember what nonsense was.
I don't think there was any nonsense because I think we were both so bummed out that we wound up having like a 50-minute episode for a song that's actually a really good song. And like usually when we have a song that's a really good song, we wind up talking for ages. And I was like, I just wanted it to be over the whole time we were doing it.
Some subjects are definitely harder to talk about. And you know, like we try and bring a bunch of different elements to the show every time we do a show. We're trying to incorporate like, you know, more fun stuff in. But sometimes the topic of the show is just so hard to incorporate like that fun stuff and that humor into.
Yeah.
It really would almost feel like really out of place if we were to just get up to nonsense in certain episodes.
I hated it. So that one of my all-time least favorite episodes in the 200 plus episodes that are on this show. Laughing Stock is very, very, very far down the list.
Well, thanks to whoever submitted that one. You pretty much just killed this episode.
You ruined it. Terrible.
The next highlight that we will listen to and then discuss is the Hard Times interview with Paris Mayhew. So let's listen to that right now.
What is actually the truth is I had spent about a year after not playing with the Mad, you know, wanting to start my own band, and in the first stages of that was putting out a flyer. I back then, we didn't have Craigslist or internet. You just walk down the street. You would just walk down Avenue A, and you knew everybody on the hardcore scene anyway. So it was just kind of like I was just putting up a flyer, doing what I had to do. I went to Bleecker Bob's. I went to, and I went down to 171A, and I had my tape, and I was like taping this flyer up on the wall. And that's when I met, even though I had, known who Harley was because I liked the Stimulators and I'd seen him many times and I'd talked to him before, but he always acted like he didn't know anybody. And but he was with a friend of mine, and so he looked at my flyer and he basically dismissed it, like whatever. But my friend Paul was very insistent, that I was like somebody to be reckoned with on my instrument, which was the bass at the time. And he just kind of like pretended like he wasn't listening, and then finally agreed that that we would hear each other play. So. But he made it all out to be like it was an audition, even though he was basically answering my ad. And but the long and short of it is that when we first started playing together, he was in like not five, maybe 3 or 4 other bands. He was anybody he ran into, he would try to start a band. Because I guess after he came out of the Stimulators, he had told everybody, "I'm going to start this band. I'm going to start this band." And but I guess he didn't have anything to back it up. He was basically just hanging out on a street corner, huffing glue. And talking about it, but nothing was really happening. So when he met me, I had this like stockpile of songs. It wasn't a lot. Maybe it was 4 or 5 songs. It was World Peace, Life of My Own, It's the Limit, all basically fully realized songs. And we would jam together, privately. But he was still off playing he had a band with John Joseph and Doug called MOI, and he was playing in Murphy's Law, and he would basically play with anybody. And again, there was never any premise that it was going to be called Cro-Mags, and I was never presented with this demo of these are the songs that we're going to play. This is the band, this is the blueprint. That's all fiction. He actually didn't even record that demo until after we had been writing songs, or he'd been learning my songs for almost a year, probably more. It's hard for me to judge back then. I mean, I'd have to go back over the dates, but when I went to that Disco Smoothie, that show that he claimed to be, the first Cro-Mags, and so we were like, I'd say 1980, late 1980, and basically, looking back, it's a lot clearer to me than it was at the time, because there was so much gaslighting and like trying to be control over this thing, and it was basically me just sitting in a room showing this guy that I'd met, who I kind of was like, this is great because he's in a band that everybody knows. To me, it seemed like an opportunity to get my music listened to, but it wasn't. Like
and we're back. So just to let you know, every time we make that sound effect, we absolutely are doing the Wayne's World thing with our hands too, even though no one can see it. And it's just Zoe watching us do that with our hands.
I didn't even really realize we were doing the hand thing too.
But we are both doing it with our hands.
Oh boy.
So this Paris Mayhew Hard Times episode.
Yeah, man.
This was maybe my most favorite episode. This was a big deal for me because I'm a big Cro-Mags guy, and it was a big deal to have Paris on this episode. I love your interview with him was amazing. I loved it.
Thank you.
I thought Paris did an amazing job of telling the story. He's such a good storyteller and talker.
He's concise too.
He
doesn't go on and on and on. He's like boom, 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 boom.
Very fact of the matter.
We said so much in 1 hour.
Yeah, it was amazing. I loved this interview. I loved the episode. It's one of my favorite things that we've ever done on this podcast.
Sweet. I am so glad to hear that because we talked about that a lot. But it was a very meaningful thing for him to do that with me because he had already done Hard Lore, which got tens of thousands of downloads probably, and we're not that kind of show. And he still gave me his time, his energy, and he told the story of the song so well. And I just love that he was so engaged.
Like, he donated an hour of his time to be on our show, which is listened to by upwards of 24 people that are members of our Discord.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it meant a lot.
Like that. Yeah, I can't thank him enough, and it was definitely a bucket list guest for me for sure. The next listener submitted highlight was our impromptu Blind Guardian episode. This was our very first kind of full episode that had absolutely nothing to do with propaganda. So let's
Yeah.
just go back and we'll listen to some of that right now. Ready?
Okay, we are going.
We're back.
We are back.
So we're in the car driving home from Blind Guardian. Neither of us are driving. Zoe is driving. So
We're being very safe.
Thank you to Zoe for driving home so we can record the rest of this episode.
Thank you, Zoe.
Okay, so Greg,
Steve.
we
yes.
just saw Blind Guardian.
We did. It was absolutely fantastic. I just want to say that up front that I loved it very, very much.
It was awesome. Like, I mean, I'm a huge Blind Guardian fan. There's no secret. I loved every second of that show.
Mm-hmm. I did too. And, you know, the first song that you ever showed me was And Then There Was Silence, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't play that, so I was a little disappointed going in, feeling like they weren't going to do that, but I didn't miss it. It was an absolutely stacked set list, and I was completely blown away. They are, as you said before we were recording, they're kind of in like a league of their own as far as that genre goes.
They're, like, I've seen a lot of power metal bands over the years. Blind Guardian are consistently the best.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, tonight, obviously I knew that, but like they're just the best.
Yeah, so let's do a little recap here. So we had the opener that was Night Demon.
Night Demon, who, honestly, those dudes, shout out to them for just grinding.
Yeah, they were. And they said they were from Ventura, California. Some of my highlights from Night Demon were the matching cool guitars. I know you liked that as well.
Yeah, I loved it. So they started out with white matching Flying V bass and guitar, and then they switched to a black matching Flying V guitars with mirror pick guards.
Yeah, that was sweet. They did some synchronized moves where they were standing up on the fog machine and like soloing through the fog, which was pretty cool. Something else I liked was that the drummer had like absolutely massive rack toms on the drum set. Like that drum set looked like Dave Lombardo or like Gus from Sacrifice in like 1985. You know what I mean?
The band could have been playing in 1985 and you wouldn't have known any different.
That was my favorite thing about them, was that they were like a timeless sound of metal. It was a trio, and they could have been in 1985. They could have been in 2024. Like, they really just do have a sound that could go anywhere in the last 30 years of metal. So that was cool. I liked that they didn't overdo their double bass. I thought that was pretty classy. I didn't love their logo, which was like Death riding a Baphomet goat holding a naked woman that they were about to murder. But other than that, yeah, Night Demon was a pretty cool time. I liked when that person, there maybe a stagehand or a roadie, came out in a cool Death costume. The song "Drink from the Chalice," that was pretty cool.
That song's going to be stuck in my head for a week.
Yeah, and then I do want to point out that there was a total ding-dong wearing an Iced Earth T-shirt standing like right in front of us, and I was a little surprised by that.
I can't believe people still wear those out in person.
Yeah, so you know, there's a history there, but Hansi from Blind Guardian had like a connection that you were mentioning to me about the Iced Earth guy as well. What was that all about?
So Hansi from Blind Guardian was in another band called Demons and Wizards with John Schaefer, famous Capital Stormer from Iced Earth.
Oh yeah.
So that's the connection between the two. There was another guy wearing a Demons and Wizards shirt at the show, which, you know, whatever, you can kind of, I'll allow that to pass. But Iced Earth, there's zero excuse for wearing anything Iced Earth ever again.
Yeah. So earlier when we were recording at your house like several hours ago, I mentioned that I was wondering if Todd from Propaganda liked Blind Guardian. So I did write to him, and he wrote back. He says, I haven't heard them for years. He didn't really get into them, but he said have a ton of fun at the show because they might be extremely rad for all I know. And that absolutely turned out to be correct because Blind Guardian was completely awesome. So Todd, not a huge Blind Guardian fan, but wished us a very pleasant evening, which we then went and had.
So if we can recap, the
Yeah.
drive took us forever. Okay, we're back.
We recorded that in the car.
Yeah, we recorded. We started first. The first part was in my office, and then we went to the show.
Yeah, we did in the office first.
And then we recorded in the car while Zoe drove us back from Blind Guardian.
Yeah. The worst accident ever. Oh my God, we were in traffic for so long. That was terrible.
Yeah. That it was, but that was a unique episode because it was our first of the pre-activity post-summary episode, and it's cool that that people actually liked it because it was very different for us.
Yeah.
And the fact that the people that are listening to a podcast about propaganda tolerated us enough to make an episode about Blind Guardian.
Yeah. Well, the thing that makes this podcast, this is one of the things that makes this podcast actually special to me now. In the beginning of the show, Keith and I lived super far apart. We recorded in person one time together when I drove to Chicago on my way back to St. Louis. But the fact that you and I live so close to each other, we can actually do things together. It just gives this a different element and a different life of its own. So, like, people don't want to listen to it. They don't have to. But those types of episodes are very meaningful to me. Our AMA episode we recorded here, the Blind Guardian episode, the Buffalo Bills episode, this episode, like these in-person ones are awesome because when people are like in their 30s and 40s, friendships vanish.
Yeah.
And this type of thing is so important for me because, you know, I moved to a new place in my mid-30s with a family. And life is challenging when you do that kind of stuff. So doing stuff with friends matters a lot. And so that's what those little bonus episodes where you and I do stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be Welcome to Unscripted Moments, a podcast about friendship.
Oh, yes, exactly. I mean, it really is. And, you know, that's what podcasting should be about in general, but I'm just glad that we've really honed in on that.
Yeah, that was, to me, a cool episode to me because obviously everyone, you just got finished me talking about how much I love Blind Guardian. So to be able to do an episode about Blind Guardian was really cool.
Yes.
I loved it.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
Next highlight, user submitted highlight. This one kind of caught me by surprise that it was submitted, but it is from the AMA episode, Steve's list of favorite poutines.
Who said this?
I think that was Matt that submitted that, which makes sense.
Yeah, well, he's from Quebec, right?
So let's listen to my
poutine segment.
My poutine segment. Ready?
All right.
Give us a rundown on your poutine journey. Whether it's meat poutine, veggie poutine, vegan poutine, Montreal poutine, Hamilton poutine. Poutine rankings, please.
Okay, so I don't know anything. I'm from Missouri, so you're going to have to answer this question because I don't have one.
So I have a follow. I'm going to answer the question, obviously, because this is a subject that I feel very strongly about.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to know your poutine journey. Like, when was the first poutine of your life?
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
How old were you when you had your first poutine?
25.
25?
Yeah.
And your very first poutine was a terrible poutine.
No, it was amazing.
No, it was from Saskatchewan. It's terrible.
Yeah, but like in my memory, I was hammered drunk for one. And I pounded that thing like my life depended on it. So I have no recollection really of this. All I know is that I ate the entire thing very quickly. I think it was New Year's Eve. And I was very drunk, and I almost got beat up in the parking lot of the little bar in rural Saskatchewan.
Man, that it's crazy. First of all, it's awesome that you remember your first poutine.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I was an adult. And when you have something that's that specific, dude, I grew up in the Midwest, man. Like you get fries, you dip them in ketchup. You know what I mean? There's no decorating of the fries when I was a kid. It was just ketchup, fries.
So I grew up in just outside of Montreal, French Canadian family. So poutine is part of my.
Je suis désolé, je ne parle pas français.
Exactly. So poutine is part of who I am.
Right.
And before I get into my good poutines, I would like to talk about some of the worst poutines I've ever had in my life. So the worst poutine I've ever had in my life was a moment that I regret now. It was when I was much younger on a hockey trip into in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So my hockey team went into the U.S. when I was younger. The whole team goes. You go to these like middle of nowhere diners or whatever. And 11-year-old Steve is like, I'm getting the poutine and the Montreal smoked meat. Both horrifically bad ideas. So we'll take the Montreal smoked meat aside. But the poutine, what it was French fries with on top, they had slices of Kraft Singles cheese
Oh, wow.
melted on the fries, then like chunks with a spoon of mayonnaise on top of that, and then ketchup like all over it. And that was the poutine. I did not take a single bite because even thinking about it right now is disgusting.
No, I'm nauseous over here, like on the other side of the couch.
Like, can you believe a restaurant actually, like, that's a thing that someone tried? Like, they think that someone will eat that.
And then you had to pay for it?
Like, that human money pays for something like that, and I can't believe it.
No, this is disgusting.
So
I am against that experience.
awful. Okay, and then so basically for poutines, I'm going to break this down into top poutines like in general that I've eaten in my life. And basically you could go to any of these places right now and get a bangin' poutine. Okay?
Bring it.
So number 4. This is my Mount Rushmore of poutines.
This is insane to me right now. You put more thought into this question than any other question, didn't you?
I could give a TED talk on poutines.
I mean, I think you should.
So first of all, if your poutine's being made by an English person, it sucks.
Okay.
Second of all, okay. So number 4, Chez Ashton. It's a chain in Quebec City.
Uh-huh.
Makes wonderful poutines. If anyone in Quebec City is listening to this, I know it's the local spot. There's probably better ones. But if you're a tourist going to Quebec City, you hit up Chez Ashton, you get your poutine.
Mm-hmm.
You walk away, you're happy.
Okay.
It's a good entry-level poutine that's very consistent.
Okay.
You're not going to find any surprises. And that, to me, that's the best part about a poutine, is that consistency.
Okay. Sweet.
Number 3. So this is also another quick and easy poutine, is the poutine that you get at the Lafleur's chain in Montreal.
Okay.
Lafleur's is a steamy joint in Quebec. So if you're not familiar, if you're not from Quebec, the province of Quebec is obsessed with hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They love hot dogs. There's restaurants that only serve hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And Lafleur's is one of them. They serve burgers too, but you go there for your steamy hot dogs. And their poutine is just a really, really good poutine. But it's also dependent on which Lafleur's you go to. So that's kind of the unfortunate thing, because there's a few Lafleur's that aren't as good of quality. Like, I'm sure, like, whatever chain restaurants you had in your town growing up is like, oh no, well, that's the good McDonald's, or no, like, that's the bad McDonald's.
Absolutely.
Right? Like,
the McDonald's down the street from my house in Buffalo is known in Buffalo as one of the 2 worst McDonald's in all of Buffalo. Like, it's a real thing.
yeah, it's just bad. So Lafleur's, if you're in Montreal and if you want a Lafleur's poutine, hit me up. I'll tell you which one the good Lafleurs are because it's insider info. And absolutely, I'm gatekeeping this info unless you message me.
That's
because
fine.
I don't want the good Lafleurs overflowing. Because even though, like, you go into a Lafleurs, if you go in at lunchtime, it's one of the most breathtaking places to go because they get people through the cash. You're getting probably 5 people through in a minute. It's so efficient and fast at Lafleur's.
Nice.
It's great. Anyways, that was number 3. Number 2. So there's an arena in Châteauguay, which is a suburb of Montreal on the South Shore. They make amazing poutine.
Are you talking about like a vending concession stand in a local hockey arena?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I can't remember the name of that arena specifically, but it's in Châteauguay, and I can text my dad and he'll know it.
Okay.
But their poutine is great. Good value, good size. Excellent poutine. And it's better than both of the Chez Ashtons and the Lafleur's, but it's in a more niche spot because it's at a hockey arena on the South Shore of Montreal. Number 1, the best poutine of my life is also at a local hockey arena.
Wow.
It's at the Cité des Jeunes Arena in Vaudreuil, Quebec. So, Chevy lives right around the corner from this place. Growing up, we played so frequently at this arena that it was the place that everyone wanted to play games there because the poutine was so good.
Amazing.
And I have a follow-up. So I haven't played at this arena since I was 16. So it's been many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, I have a nephew that plays hockey now that lives in the Montreal area. He plays games at the Cité des Jeunes Arena. So my dad was at the Cité des Jeunes Arena last week.
Nice.
My dad has informed me that the poutines are still the best poutines around.
Wow.
So if you're looking for the best poutine that you can find, in the opinion of my entire family, the Cité des Jeunes Arena in Vaudreuil, Quebec has the best poutine around.
I hope you're happy, Matt, for this question.
And then now I've got vegan poutines.
Okay, go for it.
So there's a lot of really terrible vegan poutines out there.
Okay.
But I'm only going to mention one in terms of the best vegan poutine.
Okay.
So I feel very strongly about poutines, as you know, and I'm very critical of them.
Yeah.
And for a good poutine to exist, you have to have really good quality fries. They can't be frozen fries. They got to be fresh cut fries. They have to have they have to be double fried. You want a double fried fry. You want really hearty gravy. Your gravy has to be really good, and you don't want to cheap out on the curds.
Yeah.
You have to have a good amount of curds to fries to gravy ratio to make the perfect poutine. In terms of vegan poutine, I'm giving a shout out to friend of the show, Mick.
Ooh, Mick.
Because when I went to the AEW Forbidden Door pay-per-view at Toronto's Scotiabank Arena,
Yeah.
I met up with a friend of the show and listener of the show, Mick, who works at Scotiabank Arena.
Yep.
And he has implemented a new plant-based menu
Yeah.
at Scotiabank Arena.
Yes.
This poutine that Mick gave me that night absolutely changed my opinion on vegan poutines,
Amazing.
and thus confirming that all of the best poutines are eaten inside hockey arenas.
This is amazing. And Mick rocks. Like, I got to meet up with him at Blink-182 when they played in Scotiabank, or was it Muse? It was one of those two shows. Anyway, I met up with Mick, had a great chat. I love that you and him got to meet up as well and chat about what he's doing at Scotiabank, because it's really cool to see.
It's really cool to have someone in a position of influence at an arena that really wants to push the boundaries of what's available and accessible food-wise for people that attend the arena. Because let me tell you, going to most arenas as a person who's vegan sucks.
Yeah, and like it's really cool that Mick's doing that. I would love to see his like sales data and stuff like that to see how he's doing and faring with like the cost of the ingredients and the items and putting together the menu, and then also seeing what the sales look like and seeing how it's like balancing out finationally.
Okay,
as
we're
well.
back.
That'd be really We neat are. to see.
So I place, still if you ever
go
feel
to
the same
Lake
way
Luna,
about that
Toronto,
poutine list as I did as I do now.
You put so much work into it that, you know, it's just a commendable effort.
So, being as we discussed earlier, you are un American,
Yeah.
and your familiarity with poutine is very how you say entry level.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to maybe tell us what the best poutine that you've ever had is, and then I will tell you why it's wrong.
I mean, we had poutine in Montreal when I went to Metallica.
Did you go to La Fleur's though?
We didn't go to La Fleur's because we couldn't. We just didn't get there. But I think we had it at Dunn's, and I think we had it at. We may have had it at the Biodome next to Park Olympic. I can't remember. It's been like a year. It's been like over a year now.
This is a tragedy.
It's not. It's not. We had poutine.
It is a tragedy.
Hey, we were in Quebec.
Yeah.
I've had plenty of poutine in Toronto.
And it's English. It sucks.
Well, it tastes good. I mean, but we've been to Quebec, and by default, being inside those borders of that province, it elevates it. So I'm saying that, you know.
That's fair. I'm about to put Zoe on the spot here, and I want Zoe to tell me her favorite poutine that she's ever had. I don't even know the answer to this.
Oh, I don't know. That's hard. I haven't had a lot of like Quebec poutine because I've been vegan every time I've been to Montreal, so there isn't as many options. But I don't know. I don't want to. You're gonna get mad at me. Probably some. At least my best poutine probably was some shitty rink poutine. So.
What about your best vegan poutine?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard as well.
Probably something you guys have made at home, right? Have you guys ever made vegan poutines at home?
There's a few places in Hamilton that do really good vegan poutine. So.
And my favorite vegan poutine is still the one from Scotiabank Arena in Toronto.
I mean, yeah. I mean, is that still on the menu? Is that a Mick legacy?
I don't know. I haven't checked since Mick is not there. It's still there?
I don't know. I had the one at Ari's or Aries Vegan Airy in Montreal, and the gravy and the fries are like the gravy's really good. The fries are like okay, but the cheese curds, the vegan cheese curds, are really really good.
Interesting.
They make it really good.
Yeah, Vegan Area in Montreal, in Roxborough, in the borough of Roxborough in Montreal, is a phenomenal world-class vegan restaurant that is pretty much unheard of from anyone. But Vegan Area, good dude, good restaurant. He's actually related to Paul Reiser, the actor.
Really? I didn't even know this existed. I went to Montreal last summer. Guess who didn't tell me about this restaurant?
We just discovered it this year.
Okay, good.
We just discovered it this year.
Well, next time I go to Montreal, I will pick your brain.
It is phenomenal.
Yes.
Okay. So, Steve's poutine list. I can't believe we talked about that again. Okay, my next submitted clip is the Paul and Danik chirps from the episode. Paul and Danik.
That's good.
I loved this.
Yeah, that's real good.
So let's listen to that again because enjoy.
We have a little fun section here with the help of some members of our Discord. We told a few people that we were taking on this project of this very special episode, and just sought out some thoughts, some words of encouragement from our fellow Discord users,
From our friends.
and
Let's call them friends.
our friends. This is our mailbag. Paul, I think you have the messages queued up.
I
so
do.
Let's hear what they have to say
All
to
right.
us.
So first, I got a lovely message here from Greg Soden, the host, the champion of this podcast. Let's see what Greg has to say.
Paul and Danik, man, those guys just won't quit bugging me. They've always been totally hounding me about how they can, make the podcast better. I'm like, dude, I've been working on this thing for 4 years nonstop. Just can't stand these guys.
Huh.
Oh, Greg, it was lovely to hear from you. Really appreciate the encouragement. Real happy. Real happy.
He did know that we would hear that, correct?
I assume. That's. Yeah.
Okay, little weird. You know what? Let's just go to the next.
Let's see what Steve says. Let's just check out
Okay.
Steve.
Wait, these guys are recording an episode? Who even are these jabronis? How did this happen? Apologies to anyone listening, because surely this is going to be absolutely terrible. We've got Wish.com Jeff Goldblum and a guy that thinks the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are an actual sports franchise. I have no idea what either of these bozos has to say, but apologies in advance because it's probably going to suck.
Okay, all right. I will not disagree that I do resemble Jeff Goldblum.
I love my Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Sorry, I'm not into your corporate NFL. You jerks. Yeah, go make your $1 billion not-for-profit NFL teams with your 4 downs. That's lazy football. You have an extra try. That's all I have to say.
Okay, you know what? To be fair, I guess we did kind of strong arm our ways into hosting the podcast. Let's get some messages from people who don't typically host the show.
Okay, let's try Matt Milkowski. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm just sitting here in my car about to go to work, and was looking forward to a really good day. And then I just remember Paul. We've got this Discord, and we're all trying to be positive here. And Paul just comes in and ruins everything. I mean, the man thinks he's so funny with his little chit-chat jokes left and right, and I've been trying to get him out of the Discord for a long time because I wouldn't say I hate him, but truly don't like him. Musically, personally, I'm imagining that he's a piece of shit in person. Hope to never find out. And now he's recruiting Danik into all of this. I don't get the Goldblum thing. That's confusing to me. So I'm just tired of him. I'm tired of both of them. And I hope this doesn't go on forever, because they need to get the hell out of here.
Okay, I'm starting to pick up on a theme here. I think maybe we overstep our boundaries on the Discord a little more.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm feeling such warmth and love. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what Steven or Baishisht has to say. Who, when I was in Toronto recently, he did me a huge favor. He gave me a quick lift to a pharmacy to pick up some things for some medical issues I have. Let's see what he has to say.
A kind user. I'm sure this will be positive.
Hey, Stephen here. Words cannot express the intense loathing I feel whenever I think about Paul Hodgert. I really hate that guy.
I gotta say, I did like what he said about me.
That's fair.
Which was nothing.
That's fair. Yeah, you managed to be no part of that one.
Dodged a bullet there.
Okay, so I'm trying to see. I'm not sure what I have here. I think this one might be the great Jamie Fougere, regular episode cover image artist. Let's see. I could be wrong. Let's see. Is this Mr. Fougere?
I heard Danik used to work for Conan. That's a pretty cool job. For me to poop on.
Oh, you just got burnt.
I just got triumphed.
Oh
no.
Robert Smigel's rolling in his grave. I assume he's dead. He's dead, right?
He's still alive.
No, there's no way. No way. I murdered him with my own hands. Okay. So
okay. All right. Didn't dodge a bullet there.
No, I did. I was fine with that
one.
Now we got Matt Comtois. He's, again, I interviewed him. I actually even helped him out with recording with some of the mixing on his cover. Let's see what Matt has to say.
John Danik's not a poser. He's a hack. Be curious to see who actually plays guitar in his fucking records. Oh, for Conan O'Brien. Dude, shut the fuck up. And don't get me started on Paul Hodgert. If I ever see his ass downtown, I just might have to punch him in his St. Bonnie fucking face. Fuck you. No, seriously. Fuck you, Paul.
Okay. While that was incredibly mean and hurtful, I do have to give him credit for nailing my accent. I mean, it sounded just like me. Yes, he knows our discographies quite deeply.
It's not bad at all. And I enjoyed his wordplay.
Oh, we have a repeat. All right,
he
let's
does,
run it back with
which
Matt.
is very impressive. And I only have one more here, but oddly enough, it's from Matt Milkowski again. He sent in two. Let's see. Let's close it out with what Mr. Milkowski has to say.
You know, when I'm around my wife and kids, I try to be positive and look on the bright side, but I'm not shy about the three things that I hate. You know, these are non-negotiable. It's Nazis, olives, and Pauls. And that's in no particular order, just to be clear. But I'm done with Paul. Really everything about him. The personality, the music, the print, newspaper, the profession. I just can't anymore. I just can't.
Wow. No one is safe. Even Olive's catching a stray around here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, stoked to be on a list with Nazis.
But we don't know the order.
That's true. I also don't like Nazis or olives. And to be fair, I don't really like myself either. I can't say he's incorrect with his list.
Look, I will defend olives till my final breath, but not black olives. Those are gross. Get them off a pizza.
Nor will you defend Nazis or me.
I'm still feeling you out. I will not defend
fair.
Nazis.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm just glad you're not currently feeling Nazis out.
No.
Nazis up. Both of those would be very awkward.
Well,
okay.
Thank you so much to our fellow Discord members for those words of encouragement and faith.
It's a wonderful community of love and support.
Yeah. I do want to genuinely shout out the Discord. If you were listening this deep into this episode of the podcast, you belong in the Discord. You should join us. I don't actually
send a DM to the Instagram account, and I'm sure Greg will pass on a link or something.
Yeah, or find any of us. I think most of us have social media in some form, and we will get you the link, but also the Unscripted Moments socials. Greg is very responsive there. He'll get you the link. Maybe we'll get him to maybe post the invite link or something. But yes, if you are hearing this, you should be in the Discord. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of different channels, good people, good vibes, despite what you just heard in the mailbag.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that I'm not welcome there anymore. So lucky for all of you, you don't have to deal with me.
Look, as long as we get this episode out before you're banned, I think we're good to go.
That's fair. That's fair. So I think coming up next, we have another conversation coming up. This is you with Mr. Bill.
And we're back.
I can't believe the editing that I'm setting myself up for on this episode. Can you guys believe this? This is absolutely
This is
bananas.
going to be the most edited episode of the podcast ever.
Of all time, yeah.
Yeah, how far deep are we in this? 3 hours?
No, I don't know. I'm not even thinking about it at this point. I'm just having fun.
So the Paul and Danik chirp part, I love. That was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
If I could do mine again, wholeheartedly, I would go scorched earth on them this time.
Oh man, yeah, they did a good. They got some good ones though, man. People were doing some rippers on them.
No, that was awesome. And shout out to everyone in the Discord for being so hilarious with their stuff. That was so funny.
We're surrounded by funny people in there.
Way funnier and way cooler than we are.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that they let us stay in the Discord is kind of a surprise to me at this point. I'm surprised they haven't staged a coup and kicked us out yet.
Yeah, we are by far the two lamest people around.
It's true, yeah.
I love that. big shout out to Paul and Danik for doing that, because how fun was that? That was just so fun.
Amazing. They did a great job on that episode, man. They got Bill from the Hard Times. Like, they got Todd. They had a great conversation about I Spy. Really cool.
The next listener submitted highlight was Paul and Matt, the Adventures in Zoochosis Part 3. So let's hear some of that chat right now.
Je leur planterai mes vieilles dents. Tu prends la main de ton frère, courez comme le vent. Et si je suis pas là, attendez-moi pas. Allez-y, me calisse bien pour programme d'enrichissement. Développer pour prolonger nos durées de vie en captivité. Mais tabarnak, vous allez voir, c'est quoi que moi j'ai planifié.
You're listening to Unscripted Moments, a podcast about propaganda. I'm the ghost of Greg Soden, and I am here to talk about the song Adventures in Zoochosis with Matt Comtois, and he has recorded this wonderful French language acoustic version that you're either going to hear before or after this. I mean, likely before. So first of all, before we do anything, how you doing, Matt?
Not bad. How are you, Paul Stoddart?
Oh, Paul Stoddart. Yes, my early name. I'm doing good. Having just a nice, relaxing day at home working with my son before he goes to school next week. What's your history with propaganda? Like, when did you first become aware of them and all of that fun stuff?
Like a lot of people, the fat comps were the kind of first intro. I have to give props to my brother for that one. I never got the first two albums. I ended up buying Quantity was like the first CD I ever bought with my own money, kind of thing.
Oh, I love Quantity.
Yeah, and I have this like memory of standing in I like took my $20 or whatever I had, and I went to this secondhand store, and I'm like standing there going alphabetically, just collecting as many things. I had like a couple cassettes maybe and CDs that I was gonna sort through at the end. And yeah, when I got to P, I was like, oh look, there's this like cinnamon oatmeal colored, I don't know why the the Quantity disc case caught my attention, but yeah. And then I just like I'm sure I'm making up this memory, but I like dropped everything and just grabbed that, and then that CD just didn't leave my Discman for like months probably. Yeah.
Nice. Quantity is an underrated record. Whenever I see rankings of their albums, sure, it's not a studio album, but it's got the I Spy 10-inch on it. It's got the unused Less Talk recordings. It was a big one for me and my friends as well. It's just a fantastic collection spanning so many eras. Now we know a little bit about your history with propaganda. How about playing? How long have you been playing? What's your journey with music?
Kind of on and off. Like as a kid, like right around the time I was discovering them, I was playing bass in a high school band that never we had the all the band problems where the drummer doesn't show up, the singer doesn't show up, the people are taking turns not showing up, and then that kind of fizzled out. And then I stopped playing music for a little while, kind of like I don't know, until the
and we're back.
We are back. We went so far.
Yeah. So this was a really cool one. It's great to have Matt on the show. So Matt recorded a French cover.
Mm-hmm. That Zoochosis French cover was so good.
Which is so cool.
So cool. Like, unbelievably awesome.
And having Paul and Matt chat was also so cool because Paul and Matt met through the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So having two people that met through the Discord essentially run an episode. Same thing with the episode that Paul and Danik did.
Mm-hmm.
Two people that met through the Discord. So having like listeners of the show essentially run full episodes of the show.
Those are my favorite episodes by far. like the ones that I have that I do not appear on. I have been on this podcast like it's got to be 2,000 hours at this point. Less of me, please.
The amount
literally anything that doesn't involve me is what I want to happen.
The amount that you've had to listen to your own voice.
Oh my God. It is painful.
Oh.
Yeah, and just think I was making another podcast as well. Like this entire time. Like I discussed myself.
So the Matt's French cover, it's only available on that episode. It's not available anywhere else online.
It is
right?
only available on that episode. If there is ever a compilation of songs that come out about the podcast, maybe it'll appear there. But
did the band hear that cover?
Oh, absolutely. Chris shared it in his Patreon. He loved it. Chris Hanna loved the French cover of Zoochosis. Loved it. I think it blew his mind.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that we have this platform that's getting everyone together from this common interest, that's created this bond of friendships that is even enriching the lives of the band that we all love.
When I get a cover that blows me away, it might be on an episode that doesn't come out for months, but if I get a cover, I immediately send it to the band. Somebody did a cover. What did they do? Oh man!
So I remember you told me you sent Chevy's Fidelis Hearse one.
Yes, that was a big one. Like especially songs that like I cannot find other covers of. If there's a cover that blows me away, I immediately send it to the band because I'm like, you guys got to hear this. You got to hear this.
And it's created such a cool kind of back and forth in which, the band are able to hear these things because they know everyone that listens to the show is like very invested in everything they do. So
and Chris immediately posted to his Patreon. I think he was so impressed with what Matt did, as am I. But like, I think it really moved Chris a lot.
And I still have very high hopes of one day doing an entire French episode with Matt.
Yes. Yep, you two could. What I think you guys should do is do like Matt's like podium of Propaganda songs, like have him pick his top 3 all-time songs, and then just talk about those 3 songs for like 15 minutes each.
Yeah,
I think that would be a phenomenal addition to the show. Just to be like, just bust us out of our monolingualism. You know what I mean? Just do something different. Take advantage of it. Of that skill and just have some fun with it.
And then if we ever find any Welsh Propaganda fans, Zoe can interview them and ask them if they how many parsnips they want to eat.
Oh boy.
And we have one more listener submitted highlight for this year, and that listener submitted highlight, oddly enough, is
mine.
The Buffalo Bills chat.
It is an essential piece, and I got to say why the Buffalo Bills thing has been so important for this podcast.
You know what? We actually forgot yours because we have someone's at the door while we're recording an episode here.
Someone knocked on the door. So
Zoe's answering the door right now.
I saw a
It is a solicitor.
Oh boy. I saw a meme recently of what millennials do when the doorbell rings, and it's basically like you slink to the floor and you wait to hear the footsteps leaving away from the house. So the fact that she actually walked over there and answered it is kind of mind-blowing to me right now.
It's hard. You can see in the door from out here.
You know what? It doesn't mean you got to answer
and you can absolutely hear us talking.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't mean
we're talking excessively loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the Buffalo Bills chat was the last one, but prior to that, we did have 2 that Greg actually submitted as his favorite things of the year, which we'll get to before the Buffalo Bills one. The first one is the deluxe compilation episode. So you just want to speak a bit about those.
Yeah, so I started making compilation episodes where like episodes that had like 2 or 3 or 4 different episodes about one song. Like there were multiple episodes about Without Love. There were multiple episodes about Ska Sucks, multiple episodes about Bangers Embrace, things like that. And Comply Resist. And I was just like, I want every piece of these journey of episodes to be compiled into one episode and put them out, because I want it to be like if you're going to go and you're going to find, you want to listen to stuff about Comply Resist, I don't want you to have to find all 4 parts spread out through like 2.5 years. I want it all just to be in one spot.
They're good like entry points. If you missed the whole first era of the podcast, these are really good, like kind of catch you up episodes to kind of catch you up in a very quick way to where we are today, essentially.
Yeah, because Keith appears on almost all of them, and then you'll show up on some, and then there'll be a guest host on other parts, and then there'll be a great variety of interviews and covers. So I love the deluxe compilation episodes. I've got several more in the works, and I really have loved making those.
And then the next one, which we will do a flashback for, is the new record chat with Jord. So let's hear some of Jord talking about the new record.
I think on like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it was. So we were starting to kind of write over the course of like that year, getting some riffs together and kind of jamming on new stuff. But we kept going back to perform, like getting prepped for live shows and all that kind of stuff. And it put us really through the ringer. And towards the end of that, it was like, okay, these makeup shows were okay. Trying to play on a show on a Monday or a Tuesday that was originally scheduled for a Friday or Saturday. Like it just had the vibe was affected. A lot of people didn't take the rebates on their tickets, and many of them didn't show up. So it was kind of like 2/3 full rooms. And we tried to do our best to kind of accommodate makeup dates, but it was just really hard. And I think a lot of bands that get faced with that, it's like you have slim pickings for the venues, and you're not going to get anything close to the original sort of, what the original dates were intended to be like and all that. It was, so I think we kind of hung it up at the end of October, and we're just kind of like, okay, that is the end of live shows. Let's just forget about that for a while. And I think at that point, it really took the edge off of, feeling like we had to do a bit of both, like trying to write, trying to stay engaged with, doing the live stuff. And that's also after a few, the whole COVID era, we didn't play any shows, I guess in between like 2019 and 2022. So there was a big gap there of, and that the pressure slowly mounting. Okay, we got to start doing stuff. What are we going to do and all that? And in a nutshell, it was like 2022 was just kind of a mishmash of trying to go in a million different directions and getting stuck with so much troubleshooting, figuring things out as things were falling apart. And it was really draining. So that just led us to, let's forget about this stuff. We're not going to play anymore until we actually, have at least some studio dates, penciled in and all that. So I guess that takes us to now. So I don't know if you knew, but we did a number of dates in July, recording at Private Ear here in Winnipeg with our friend GP. Originally, I think it was in May. Yeah, March, April, May of this year, we were thinking that we were going to be recording everything in late October of this year. And we were aware that JP and Vanessa had a few dates open in July, like Tuesday to Thursday dates, 3 consecutive weeks of 3 dates being open, but the Friday to Mondays being blocked off. And they said we could keep our gear set up after we got sounds, and if we wanted to take advantage of that time. And we kind of mulled it over, and I don't know. Originally, I thought, no, let's just keep it all together. But then we thought, hey, if we break it up a little bit, that'll give us time to recharge the batteries in between. Track for a few days, take a few days off to actually kind of continue.
I think it's super cool that we have this platform where they can come on and talk about the record and let everyone know about it. I think it's just awesome, the relationship that we have with the band, and
Yeah.
for them to be able to come on the show and do this. I think it's amazing.
I am forever grateful to them for agreeing to come on the show 21 combined times between the different members of the band. That's how many times they've been on. Members of the band have been on the podcast for like 20-something hours at this point, which is wild. And the fact they keep doing it, surreal.
It makes me, realize that maybe this isn't that terrible.
Yeah. No, I mean, Chris has been very generous with his compliments of the podcast over the years on his Patreon, and maybe we're pushing our luck doing episodes like this where we're kind of veering from the format a little bit, but like I've been very moved whenever he has complimented what we've done in the past. So I'm glad that Jord came back too. Having only one Jord episode in the whole podcast didn't feel right to me. So I invited him to come back, and he gave a nice update about the new record, which I believe is done now. And Todd told me in a message, he said it's real good. So I'm pretty excited to hear it.
I cannot even wait because they get better and better and better all the time.
I know. And that's the anticipation. Also the fear. You know what I mean? Because I didn't connect with Victory Lap for over 2 years. I just kept going back to supporting casts and failed states over and over and over. And I didn't start loving Victory Lap until I started making the podcast about it. And then when we did the episode for Cop Just Out of Frame, like on episode 3 or whatever, I was like, oh, whoa, I was wrong about this album. This rules. So I look forward to a digesting period when the new record comes out before we make episodes about it.
And like when the record comes out, like we're gonna have special episodes for the record. I'm sure we're gonna probably do a whole bunch with the record. Hopefully,
yeah. So
I look forward to that.
Those are a couple of my favorite moments of the year for sure.
And then, as I mentioned earlier, the last listener submitted highlight was the Buffalo Bills talk, and that means a lot to us that people like our chat about the Buffalo Bills enough to submit it as a highlight.
Yeah.
Because we both are very passionate about the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
And we love talking about them. We love watching them. We love being a part of the Buffalo Bills community.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take a listen. Here we're going to listen to us talking in the car after the Bills-Chiefs game, after we were coming back. Ready? And...
Post-game show. I'm on one power battery, so if this thing dies, this is all we're gonna get.
Fired up. What a game.
It was a great game. How do you feel about your first home game experience with the Buffalo Bills?
I was unbelievable. It was just so cool to be part of that. The energy in the building was next level.
Yeah, a little different than the preseason game we got to go to, right?
Oh, it was completely different. Like, it's night and day difference between the two.
The end of the game was really powerful for me because whenever you look at the noise meter, you never really know how accurate those things are, but throughout the entire game, it was like 98 decibels whenever the Bills were on defense against the Chiefs. And then all of a sudden, at the end, whenever we were just kind of looking victory in the face, the decibel meter was like 102 decibels, and it was definitely noticeably louder in there. So I kind of am now a believer in the noise meter.
Oh, she capped out at 106 on that last KC when Mahomes was having his little meltdown there. 106.
So if everybody can't tell, we had a victory. We saw a win. The Kansas City Chiefs came to Buffalo here for a home game with the Bills, and the Bills were 8-2. And the Chiefs were 9-0, undefeated going into this game. And as everybody knows, the Kansas City Chiefs offense has not been super great this year. Patrick Mahomes has been pretty dodgy in his performance compared to past years. But they have just eked it out week after week because they have great coaching and they get a lot of luck and they have really, great defense keeping them in it. But they didn't get so lucky today, did they, Steve?
No, they didn't get lucky, and they were not even like basically executing today.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Buffalo defense was swarming them.
Yeah.
At every opportunity. 2 picks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Opening drive pick.
Yeah. Did you have a favorite moment? Do you have a favorite moment
Oh,
of
the Josh touchdown on 4th down. Come
yeah,
on.
Yeah. Josh touchdown, 4th down, and then the entire stadium busts out into MVP, MVP chants the whole rest of the game.
Oh, it was deafening.
Yeah. And then the entire stadium busting out into The Killers' Mr. Brightside, which apparently has become our winning song. The lyrics, whenever they play the lyrics across the screen, I'm like, man, this is some sketchy stuff in the content of this song, but that has become our victory tune.
Oh, yeah, I mean, super sketchy song, don't get me wrong, but I mean, at least it's not, there's tons of other bands and stuff out there that have way more problematic stuff than that.
Yeah, the part where it's like, she's going to bed and my stomach is sick, and everybody's singing it in this joyful, unified manner, 70,000 people strong, just going hard.
Dawson Knox on the sideline, just playing air guitar and dancing around. Oh, it's beautiful.
Absolutely amazing. Katrina, what did you think about the Bills game?
Well,
I'm putting you on the spot. Sorry.
I've been to a few, and that was up there. Some of the best games I've been to. Super fun.
How would you rank it?
Oh, top three.
Okay, give me your other.
Any win against Mahomes. Well, the storied, offensively perfect game was obviously my favorite game I've been to. But that was up there. It's always nice to have a win against Kansas City Chiefs.
You were feeling the tension a little bit there tonight. How did you?
Yes.
Did you have a favorite moment of the game?
Oh no, definitely the Josh touchdown.
Yeah.
Sure. We were all wondering if going for it was the right call, and it turns out, as I screamed, it was the right fucking call.
Yeah, it was kind of a sketchy one too, because Beecher was like, no, it's the right call. Either direction it goes, it's the right call. And I was shitting bricks, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe this is actually what we're gonna do. And then he gets it, and the rushing touchdown he had was just artistic.
He was on the 20.
Yeah, it was
4th and 2
run.
from the 20.
Yeah, it was an insane touchdown. I'm just so happy.
It was a big boy touchdown is what that was.
Mm-hmm. I had such a calm experience at this game. I was really personally comfortable with either outcome. If they lost, they would go into a bye 8-3. If they won, they beat the defending Super Bowl champions at home in front of a packed house that were going nuts the entire night. And then they go into the bye 9-2. I mean, come on. So we got the 9-1 Chiefs and the 9-2
we're back.
Bills.
So
great recap.
That was fun to do that Bills episode. I really enjoyed it was similar format to the Blind Guardian one that we followed, the before, and then we did the event, and then we had the recap immediately after the event.
Mm-hmm.
In retrospect, we should have done those. I wasn't on the show back then. But in retrospect, when Propaganda did those that Ontario run of shows, would have been a cool idea to do that then.
I did an episode about it.
We should have, but we the live reacting
Oh,
style,
yeah.
these ones, those would be, they have a new album coming out. We'll see what we can do.
We'll see. Well, I'm sure we'll think of something. I'm sure we will.
So that concludes that part of this episode, and so. Now I wanted to do something special because the Discord has been such a large part of my life in a very positive way since we started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you created it in late 2023.
Okay.
But it really didn't start thriving until this year.
Yeah.
It
exists without our participation for days on end sometimes.
And it is a wonderful community of like-minded individuals that just spend their time sharing news and uplifting each other and having fun. It is such a wonderful place.
Thank God that stupid election is over, though, because that's really the only time where it kind of got hard. But I'm just grateful for everybody in there and their participation and for hanging out, man. Hanging.
Yeah, it's a really cool spot of just a bunch of friends really just caring for each other, and it's a really important spot, and I think I'm very grateful that it exists.
Yep, I am too. So what did you have something in the works here, don't you?
So Greg and I would like to, we went and we looked for the 20 most active users in our Discord channel,
mm-hmm.
and we will be presenting them with awards.
Great.
So we are
Yeah.
going to have a Dunder Mifflin style Dundee's award ceremony for the Unscripted Moments podcast. So the Unscripties, if you will.
I love that. That's a great title.
And we are going to name someone from the Discord by their username and or real name if we feel like it.
Yeah.
And we will say which award they've won.
Perfect.
Which was completely to our discretion.
We even have a PowerPoint presentation.
I made a PowerPoint which has zero template, colors, or anything.
Yeah.
It is just the most basic thing
Well,
imaginable.
and it's for our old eyes with the big font, too, across
like,
the room.
I've got 72 font all over this.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Number one. Bashist. Yep. We know Bashist. Steven's been on the podcast. He made some great covers a couple years ago for the show. He did a cover of Without Love. No, Night Letters. He did a Night Letters cover and a cover of Note to Self, which, wow, those covers were so freaking good. So
Bashist wins the Part-Time Rideshare Driver of the Year award for saving Paul's life while he was in Toronto without medication. He drove Paul to the pharmacy so Paul could get some life-saving medication.
What a guy. What a pal.
So congratulations on your award. What I want you to do is put award show music on top of this.
Oh, okay. Like some background music.
Like you just pick up whatever the Oscars music is, like that kind of thing.
Yes.
Just put that on top.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Oh.
The next award is for Corey Costanzo.
Dr. Corey Costanzo.
Dr. Corey Costanzo. So Dr. Corey Costanzo is in the Southern California area. We won't get more specific than that.
Is he in Southern California or is it Northern California? I don't know. Corey, he's in California.
California.
Yeah.
I thought he was near LA.
I don't know. He's got a half pipe.
Yeah. So
it's the bomb.
Avid skateboarder.
Yeah.
And wonderful human being.
Awesome guy.
He's part of an organization that donates skateboards to children.
Corey makes me be not an anti-dentite.
Yeah, he posted a selfie in the Discord the other day with all of his dental stuff on.
Yes.
And trigger warned everyone who's afraid of dentists. It was quite funny.
What is his award?
So Corey Costanzo wins the Dr. Britt Baker DMD Award of Dental Excellence.
Perfect.
So for those unaware, Dr. Britt Baker DMD is a wrestler in All Elite Wrestling who is an actual dentist that wrestles just for fun on the side.
Sweet. What a great award.
Yeah.
And Corey rips that half pipe, man. He's awesome.
Congratulations, Corey, on your award.
I've mailed stickers for the podcast to Corey's office before.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
The next award
Danik
is for John Danik.
Yep. Multiple contributor, guest host extraordinaire.
Seasoned writer for the Hard Times.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And Danik wins a very special award. Danik wins the award as the 4th funniest person on Discord. Congratulations, Danik. I'm sure you are thrilled with this award.
The prestige.
As the 4th funniest person on our Discord.
Man.
Congratulations, Danik.
That's awesome.
We love you, and we love having you
Just
there.
off the podium next year, buddy.
Yeah.
You'll get him next year.
Next year. The next award is for Ed G.
Yeah, I think Ed G lives in the UK.
I think so as well.
I think so.
It's honestly genuinely hard to search back through all of the Discord comments, but
Ed
is very active in the NFL.
He loves the NFL football channel. He loves that we love it too.
Yeah, so Ed is a big fan of the NFL channel. But Ed wins the award for being an open Cardinals fan, but a closeted Bills fan.
Hey, you know what? That's cool, man. The Cardinals have had several really rough years, as did the Bills for a long time. So honestly, I see the Cardinals and the Bills as being like kind of kindred spirits.
And I would like to bring Zoe into this because I would like to ask Zoe if she knows of a familiar situation with someone being from the UK who's an open Cardinals fan but a closeted Bills fan.
And that would be my mother.
Oh, interesting.
Zoe's mom is also from the UK, is a very open Cardinals fan, but a closeted Bills fan.
Was she jealous that I got to go to the home opener against the Cardinals?
Oh yeah, she really wants to. It's funny because she really wants to go. They've been to a Cardinals game.
Oh, good.
But she really wants to go to a Bills game. But yeah, she doesn't really know why she likes Arizona. Like we've gone there, and so it was like her entry point, I guess.
Sure.
And yeah, but I don't think she really knows.
And every week I tell her, I'm like, hey, you might want to jump off that train onto this one.
Well, this year I made a point of ensuring that Steve got to go to a Bills game because he said, and I quote, I've accepted that I'll never get to go. And I was like, fuck that. And so I took it upon myself to ensure that Steve went to a regular season game, but also a bonus preseason game. So now my new mission is Zoe and your mom going to the game next year. It's going to happen. But thank you to Ed G.
Congratulations on your award, and we look forward to welcoming you into the Bills Mafia.
Yes, we do.
Next award
Hey.
is for Jamie.
You love Jamie. Hi, Jamie.
Jamie wins the Bette Midler Wind Beneath My Wings Award of positivity for always uplifting others.
There's no argument there, man. I've met Jamie. We got to hang out a lot in Winnipeg at the Propaganda shows in October of 2021, and Jamie drove me all over Buffalo.
Winnipeg.
All over Winnipeg.
I drove you all over Buffalo.
Yeah. Jamie drove me all over Winnipeg, took me on a tour of the city, showed me propaganda-related sites, drove me and Scott Robertson all over the place. And so, love Jamie, have been buds with him now for a couple of years. And this is a delightful award. So, Jamie, I hope you like the wind beneath your wings.
And Jamie is always one of the very first people on anyone posts anything on Discord. Jamie's always one of the first people there to offer support, words of encouragement.
Yep.
Wonderful, wonderful person.
Yeah, we have an awesome mental health channel as well that Jamie posts in sometimes too, and very, very positive and encouraging. So keep doing you, Jamie.
Congratulations on your award. Next award.
Grazie doodle. Grazie duty. Grazie. Grazie from Brazil. Grazie from Brazil was the first person that ever wrote to me from outside the U.S. or Canada whenever we started the podcast in 2020.
I love it.
So Grazie is awesome, and I'm just super grateful that she found the Discord.
And the award that Grazie will be receiving today is the Winnipeg Tourism Award of Excellence for always promoting Winnipeg music.
Yeah, from Europe.
From Europe.
Yeah, like living in continental Europe and promoting loving Winnipeg bands. That's a great award.
I love it. And it's just cool to see the impact that a city like Winnipeg has had around the world, really.
Yeah, and I said to Grazie one time on the Discord whenever we got into the different languages discussions for episodes, I was like, if you can ever find a person that loves propaganda that speaks Portuguese, for the love of God, please make me an all Portuguese episode, because that would be awesome. So I'm waiting for my all Portuguese episode from Grazie someday.
Congratulations on your award.
Great award.
Next up,
Matt Milkowski.
So Matt is an unbelievable dude.
Awesome dude.
So Matt Milkowski wins the award, the Arthur Wynne Award for Crossword Excellence.
Who is Arthur Wynne, dare I ask?
So Arthur Wynne is the inventor of the crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
So because Matt Milkowski made this unbelievable book, and which I have unfortunately not purchased yet, but He made this unbelievable book, like activity book of crosswords and things like that.
Man, I should have gotten a third copy because I got copies for me and Katrina, and I should have got a third copy so that I could just hand it to you in person. Dang it.
I wanted to order 4, but I wanted to order them to your house because shipping to Canada just wasn't.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're welcome to order them to my house still to this day.
Didn't get there, but yeah, I would still like to have those. But yeah, Matt Makowski, absolute unbelievable dude.
Yep.
Like one of the best to ever do it.
He did a cover. He's done several covers for the podcast, but if you go back and listen to our Mutual Friend episode, Mutual Friend is track 1 on the I'd Rather Be Flag Burning split. Matt did an insane cover of Mutual Friend that just like haunts me. So yeah.
The world is a better place because people like Matt Makowski are in it.
Yep, keep on teaching, Matt.
Congratulations on your award. Next award. Mr. Afternoon.
Yeah, Steve.
So this is an interesting award.
It is. It's a good one.
This
might be up there with Danik being the 4th funniest member on Discord.
So Mr. Afternoon wins the award as a top 3 favorite Steve on the Discord.
That's another. Oh, that is real good.
Top 3 favorite Steve on the Discord.
Yeah.
We won't say where everyone goes in the top 3, but he's for sure at least top 3.
He is for sure at least top 3.
So yeah, congratulations to Mr. Afternoon for being a top 3 Steve in the Discord.
Congratulations on your award.
Next award. Paul Hodgert.
He's kind of like the de facto like ringleader of this Discord.
Paul essentially runs the mental health channel.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Does the check-in, is very attentive, responds to everyone, very caring, loving person. Paul is a wonderful person.
He knew I was having a really hard time at work a week or 2 ago, and so he checked in with me several times that day, like just to individually touch base, and that is just the kind of guy he is.
Yeah, Paul is someone I'm very thankful for and very much appreciate, and I'm very, very fortunate to have Paul in my life.
What is Paul's award?
So after we've just spent the last 2 minutes talking about how awesome Paul is, Paul wins the award, the Don Callis Award of Excellence for always willing to be the heel.
Oh. Okay, who's Don Callis?
So Don Callis is from Winnipeg. He's a professional wrestling personality from Winnipeg, whom Paul knows. And Don Callis currently is in All Elite Wrestling, and he's the most hated guy in all of All Elite Wrestling.
Wow.
Whenever he's on screen, everybody boos. But it's because he is so good at what he does, at getting the crowd riled up. And who is better at getting everyone in the Discord riled up than Mr. Paul Hodgert?
It's true. It really is. Paul is he is so funny and caring, and he also he riles me up big time, man. When we have these like vicious arguments about music and stuff on the on the Discord channel, where we all just go all in, and I call it kind of like a hate fest, and Paul just knows how to push my buttons big time.
So in keeping with Paul, we actually asked Paul to, because he's Paul, we asked him to send in a year-end message for this Discord. So we're gonna play that message right now, and we're gonna hear from Paul, his year-end message.
Okay.
Guys,
sure.
Just give me 1 second, okay? I just need a minute. Can you guys keep quiet? Okay, thank you. Okay. Hey, Greg and Steve, it's Paul here. Just sending you guys a nice, lovely end of the year. Stop kicking my seat. Okay, sorry. I'm sending you guys an end of year message. It's been a great year. Pod's been a lot of fun. I love the wacko. Woo! We're talking about the Bills, even though I don't care about the Bills. Episodes, they're a lot of fun. Keep it up. Thanks for letting me be a part. Go. It's a zipper merge. Come on. It's a zipper merge. What the? Okay, sorry. it's been a great. I hope you guys have a lot of. Well, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, thanks for letting me be a part of it. It was a lot of fun talking with Todd. And keep up the good work, guys. All right. I'm almost done. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Thanks, guys. Love you both. Bye. Okay. You know what? I have had just about enough.
Okay.
Paul is a dangerous driver.
Yeah. Thanks for sending that in, Paul.
Yeah. Drive safe.
Yeah. Like,
hey,
please don't record while you're driving, though.
Yeah. The Bills slander.
Yeah.
While driving, unwelcome.
So
unwelcome.
There's actually another one he sent a few hours later.
Oh lordy!
After that one, so let's hear Paul's second message.
I'm ready.
Guys, I'm so sorry about that last message. I'm just so tired. I'm with work, kids, been driving around Winnipeg, doing all kinds of crap. I'm just so spent. I'm at my wit's end, and I don't know. So, Happy New Year and whatever podcast stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I hope Paul can cheer up, you know?
It sounded like he was really not okay in that last
He was having a hard day.
He's having a tough day. I mean, Winnipeg traffic must have been bad that day.
I guess.
People don't know how to zipper merge.
Yeah. I mean, they really ruined his day, apparently.
Yeah. So, It turns out that there's a third one that he actually sent last night at around 3 a.m.
Oh boy, there is nothing good that happens that late
Nothing
at
good
night.
happens that late at night. I'm a little bit concerned as to what happened to Paul that late at night.
Yeah.
But I guess we're about to find out. Here's Paul at 3 a.m.
What am I doing? I'm sending messages to a podcast, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. I just want people to like me, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Holy moly. Well, Paul.
That took a turn.
It really did. I might recommend NyQuil Z because it helps you stay asleep for the whole night.
Melatonin.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, you should maybe consider posting in the mental health channel.
Yeah. Man, Paul was having a hard one. Wake in the middle of the night, that leads to some dark places.
Like, thank you for sending that in, but also, like...
Nothing good happens at 3 a.m., clearly. I predicted it, and nothing good.
I'm worried about you, buddy.
Paul, give us a call.
But here's the thing. We also love you.
Yeah, we do. And he won the Don Callis Award of Excellence for always willing to be there. Be the heel.
And I believe you have a brief Paul story you would like to tell.
I do, man. Paul got me big time. Paul, like I said earlier, knows exactly what to say to make me, like, flip a crazy switch, basically. Like... So recently, Palmerston and Ruby Street won the best intersection in Winnipeg in a public poll in a magazine in Winnipeg. And Paul works at the magazine. And I was very upset that the article did not mention the propaganda song Call Before You Dig, which clearly mentions at Palmerston and Ruby Street, the city had dug a ditch. They don't list the song or shout the song out in the article about why that intersection is the best intersection in Winnipeg. I am the one that voted for that intersection dozens of times. I voted for it because of the propaganda song, and it didn't even make it into the article. So I sent a protest message to the magazine's Instagram DMs page because I am a huge loser. And the person that wrote back said, "Whatever, dork ass." And then they said, "I will burn down your house." And I was like, the magazine person is threatening to kill me and burn down my house. And then it was like, "Hey Greg, it's Paul." And I'm like, "Oh my God." I thought it was some intern working at the magazine that was like really pissed at me, like for spamming their DMs. And it turned out that it was Paul the whole time. And I was like, "You freaking got me, bro."
I love a good prank.
He got me. He fully got me. I had no idea that he was on the social media for the magazine.
Oh, what a great bit that was.
And if you read the responses, I wrote, "That took a turn quickly." Like my responses were very much like in the dark that I was being had. And so Paul got me big time. So good one, Paul. Shout out.
Hilarious. Congratulations on your award.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, Matt Sir.
Yep.
So Matt's been on the show a bunch.
He has, and I fawned over his Zucosis French cover as well. So we already talked about that a little bit ago.
So Matt actually wins the award. His award is called the Keeping the French Language Alive in the Pacific Northwest Award, because he is doing the Lord's work over there, trying to get everyone over there to speak more French.
Yes.
And to that, I thank him, because there's people in Quebec trying to get people not to speak French over there. So the more people that can speak French to preserve the language in North America, the better.
Okay, exactly. I love it. I think it's a great award.
And Matt is a very active and valued member of the Discord as well.
Yep, I agree. He's in there every day, and it really makes it a better place.
Congratulations on your award. Next award.
Phil Leotardo wins the Mokshagundam Visve Varaya Award for Engineering Excellence for building a floating drum platform.
So this was to try and dampen the sounds of the drums in his place of residence. So he built a floating drum platform so he could play and not have the sound, so we could have the sound dampened. So the name, if you could read that name again for me, Greg.
Mokshagundam Visve Varaya.
So, you can probably not Google that and just trust me that he's like the first famous engineer ever.
Well, definitely Google the word moksha, though, if you don't know about that concept from, ancient Hinduism and Buddhism. It's definitely worth a Google.
Are you going to classical ideas here?
I am not. I am refraining, but I'm telling people to Google moksha. Moksha.
What number of Classical Ideas podcast do you talk about it in?
Dozens of them.
Perfect. Classical Ideas, great podcast, hosted by Greg.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Anyways, congratulations, Phil, for on your award. Honestly, super cool. The picture you posted about it in the Discord looked awesome.
Insanely cool.
Next award. Witch Police.
Yes.
So Witch Police is, I would say, on the newer side of being on the Discord.
Yeah. But Sam,
super active.
Very active, but Sam has hosted like 1,000 podcast interviews in Winnipeg with Winnipeg musicians, artists, and cool people. Witch Police Radio is like the Winnipeg music podcast. Crucial if you want to get a feel for the fabric of the arts in the city.
Which ties in perfectly to the award that he won this year. It's
What
a
did he
very,
win?
very prestigious award.
What did he win?
He won the award for being the 8th most famous person from Winnipeg.
Oh, sweet.
The 8th most famous person from Winnipeg.
Surreal. What an accomplishment. Congratulations.
Huge congratulations.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, you got Neil Young.
Yeah.
Burton Cummings.
Right.
Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Witch Police.
Wab Canoe.
Yeah.
Witch Police Radio.
Right up there.
Love it.
Congratulations. Next up.
A Paradox. What did they win?
So, A Paradox wins the Hot Dog Flavored Water Drinker of the Year award because of their recent visit to a Limp Bizkit concert.
A recent visit
in the year 2024.
I saw I saw like a Family Values tour like 20 something years ago where Limp Bizkit was direct support to Eminem. And that was so I have seen Limp Bizkit before as well, but seeing them in 2024, I mean, that's like a move.
I saw them at Woodstock 99
in Rome, New York.
In Rome, New York,
and
I saw them
nuts
at Woodstock 99.
Break stuff.
Stuff was broken.
Stuff got broken. You can see it on a Netflix documentary.
Almost my ribs.
Yeah, amazing.
So congratulations on your award, and honestly, like, good on you for seeing Limp Bizkit in 2024.
There you go.
Next up, Bill's Mafia.
Bill's Mafia.
So Bill's Mafia, a.k.a.
Stu. My homie Stu.
So Stu wins the award for Best Tailgate, which...
Unbeatable
tailgate.
Yeah. The guy makes a different homebrew beer for every home game. He brings a mini keg of homemade beer to every tailgate and gets me drunk.
And the food he makes, unbelievable.
Like, the spread is unreal. So if any of you ever go to a Bills home game, let me know, and I will set you up with the location of a phenomenal tailgate with a great Propaganda fan, all around amazing dude, Stu.
Solid dude. I just love talking to Stu, and we are both Dion Dawkins jersey owners.
Yep. Love Stu. Stu, love you, man. Great tailgate.
Thank you, Stu. Congratulations on your award. Next up,
Nim wins the Auszeichnung als Künstler Deutscher im Weltraum.
Look at that. That is huge. What does that mean, Greg?
It means our favorite German.
Yes, he is our favorite German.
And I look forward to Nim critiquing my pronunciation.
You know what? Like, I'm 70% sure that's what it means.
Auszeichnung als Künstler Deutscher im Weltraum.
To be perfectly honest, I can't remember what I Google translated to German. It was something along that. It could be something else, but
I mean, I really could say I want to like wipe poop on the back of your shirt.
That's not what I it's genuine. I wanted it to be a good thing, but I genuinely can't remember what I wrote in. But
very good. Well, I hope it generally means our favorite person from Germany.
Well, it should mean our favorite person from Germany is what it should mean. That's what we intended it to mean.
Yeah. Nim, great Discord hangs, my friend.
Yeah, awesome. Congratulations on your award. Next up, Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
So they have been very active in the Discord, and I think this award is we just started a video game channel recently, and they are very active in the video game channel, very big into games. So
Warcraft, I believe.
Warcraft.
I believe big into Warcraft. I can't recall. I'm such a video game, like, absurd Luddite, so I can't really contribute a whole lot to that channel. I play Mario Golf on Wii or on Switch, and Mario Kart and Mario Party.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
So Rowan wins the Luigi Mario Award for perseverance in video game excellence for honestly getting through what has been a very difficult year.
Yeah.
And honestly, killing it at video games.
Rowan, keep coming to the Discord.
We love you. Keep coming. It's great.
Congratulations on your award. Exploited wins the Evil Knievel Award for motorcycle safety.
And this is because we are ever so grateful that you are still safe, even though you ride a motorcycle regularly.
Yeah. Please stay alive. I mean, same thing for me. Like, I ride my road bike all over Buffalo, and like, I'm still alive too. You know, it's one of those things. You know, you take chances to do something you love, and I get it.
So yeah, and please stay safe. You're a valued member of the community. Congratulations on your award. Next up, Cornichon 6.
That wins the Polski Gorky Award for pickled excellence.
So, Can Zoe explain why it's that specific award?
Because cornichon means pickle in French.
Woo!
Cornichon means pickle in French.
Awesome. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just love whenever Cornichon contributes to the Discord.
That's right.
Congratulations on your award. Next up,
Emil Nathanson.
So this is a hilarious award.
I love Emil being in the Discord. It's been a phenomenal discussion addition to the channels.
Very much so. And Emil wins the Seniors Discount Award for being the oldest person in the Discord.
Really?
By 9 months over me.
Over you? Are you the second oldest?
I'm the second oldest.
Wow.
He was born 9 months ahead of me.
Awesome. Well, I love that you verified the date of birth here. This is
I had to.
Very researched.
It literally happened 3 days ago or 2 days ago.
Incredible. I love it. Did you DM Emil?
No, it just happened organically.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, congratulations on your Senior Discounts Award in the Discord.
Yeah. You get half price Discord. Congratulations.
You get that early bird special.
Next up, Mandy Skates.
Mandy is my friend from Ohio who comes to Buffalo and rocks out and is super awesome. And Mandy wins the Genuinely Way Too Cool for Us award.
Because she's absolutely way too cool for us.
Rocks.
So we've hung out with Mandy before as well. And one of my favorite Mandy moments was she posted a video when she went to punk rock karaoke at some point in the last year and a half where she sang Yellow Card's Ocean Avenue.
Oh, it was live band karaoke.
Live band karaoke.
Yeah, those are so fun.
And she absolutely killed Ocean Avenue. It was so good.
Yeah. Man, those live band karaoke's are the bomb, dude. I've done them before. So fun.
But yeah, like Mandy is insanely cool. She's always up to awesome stuff. And, the Discord is better for when Mandy's around.
And shout out to Mandy's awesome brother Paul, who comes to town sometimes too. Paul's a great dude.
Solid dude. We had a wonderful breakfast with him.
I think Paul's a pretty recent new parent as well. So hope to see Paul again soon. And Mandy, I believe, is coming to Buffalo for the Better Lovers shows next weekend. So, yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Congratulations on your award, Mandy.
All right, who do we got now?
Next up, we got Manitoba Jones.
Oh, who wins the Winnipegger of the Year award?
That is such a prestigious award. The Winnipegger of the Year award.
The year.
Wow. What are the chances?
Key to the city, baby.
Yeah. It's considering that they do not live in Winnipeg and are not a Winnipegger.
What? Their name is Manitoba Jones, though.
Hey, Winnipegger of the Year.
Man, hey, the award has been given.
Sit down, Chris Jericho.
I have.
Sit down, Neil Young.
Burton Cummings.
Ain't
happening.
Manitoba Jones is here with the Winnipegger of the Year award.
Move aside, Jamie Fougere.
Yeah, Paul Hodger, you might have won Album of the Year, but you are not Winnipegger of the Year.
Crazy, and I love it's Winnipeg 'R.
Well, that's how you spell Winnipegger.
There you go. Love it. Winnipegger of the Year. Manitoba Jones.
Manitoba Jones. So congratulations on your award.
I mean, that's the best award yet.
So, and I would like to present Greg with an award right now.
Ooh.
Yes.
You got an award for me?
Yeah, I would like to present Greg with the Unscripted Moments Podcast Host of the Year award.
Wow. That is...
Congratulations on your award, Greg.
Thank you so much. I did not see this coming because I am one of how many hosts this year? You, me, Paul, Danik. Has anybody else hosted this year?
I can't remember.
Man, I am one of 4, so I only had a 25% chance of winning.
And you won it, so congratulations.
Unbelievable. I overcame the odds.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you. Do you have a formal acceptance speech? Anyone you'd like to thank?
Thank you to you for hanging out with me and continuing this crazy project. I'm real lucky. I'm the lucky podcast host of the year to have a great co-host of the year.
Hey, why not, right?
Can't beat it.
So that wraps up our marathon episode
Holy shit.
of year-end wrap. And if you listened this long, we need this episode's version of Zoe's plant shelf. What is it?
I mean, it's got to be the frosted Christmas tree.
Frosted Christmas tree.
I mean, look at that. Look at that goddamn gorgeous beast of a tree. I mean, it is majestic as fuck.
Okay, so if you've listened this far and you are a member of our Discord, or not, send us a message or post in the Discord the words frosted Christmas tree.
All right, everybody, that is our year-end wrap-up for Unscripted Moments, a podcast about propaganda. We still have several more songs that we have yet to touch from Propaganda's discography and a brand new record on the way. So 2025 is clearly going to be probably pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, you're going to hear lots of cool stuff from us this year. We're going to do lots of propaganda stuff, lots of just general fun stuff. It's going to be a good Unscripted Moments, a podcast about friendship.
Woo! Thank you so much for listening.